Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready, man.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game 1, Campaign 2 of Legends of Lumen.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very fancy.
Where do we start?
I don't know what time I'm supposed to wake up tomorrow.
It has been roughly 300 years since the Folly of Gods, the legends, the heroes themselves, became the divine champions of this realm with the 6 moons. Stopped Xenos, a Soldrin, whose people had been banished to another realm, from retaking the world and activating ultimate massive weapon, a weapon of mass destruction. They became the saviors not only of the world, but also Gildan, which Xenos was acting through. They became tyrannical in nature and ushered in a new era of peace for not only the world, but also Gildan. Gildan, under the leadership of the newly kinged and crowned Ditarius, became a republic of sorts, and eventually they made amends for their past mistakes. They are now a thriving republic of diversity and culture and booming economy. And this is where we start today. All 6 of you have made it to Gildan via various different means. Gildan is a city unlike any that you've ever been, with the exception of Bree, who grew up here. The city is carved out of a massive mountain on the water, so the only entrance is by sea, through Gorm's Gate, this massive gate that closes to keep out any enemy threats. Hasn't closed in roughly 300 years since the fall of Xenos and the fall of the Gildanian Empire. Because of this age of peace, they never needed it. You are inside the Tepid Tankard, which is, if you have the map, on the northern shore of Gildan, just south of the Colosseum. Gildan itself, lit up with various lanterns strewn across the streets, very dark. The brass mineral in the stone that surrounds this massive cavern, which goes hundreds of feet up, almost simulates starlight in a way. So the saying in Gildan is, Gildan rises early, because they wake up around 4 o'clock in the morning, if not earlier, because sunrise to them is noon. As the sun rises over the east, over the water, it fills this cavern up through Gorm's Gate. And that is the time of day where Gildan has the most natural light. It's late afternoon. You're all in the Tepid Tankard. Cage and Rydell. You made it to the Tepid Tankard after an attack through the forest. You came from lands near Limsa of the Three Moons. And you have now arrived. You've spoken briefly with your contact with the corrective proxy, a dwarf by the name of Darg. He mentioned to you that him and his partner were sent to scout the complication with the skids, why it was evacuated, and to report back. And in doing so, his partner had died. He didn't have much else information. He didn't see what killed his partner. He just immediately ran as soon as he noticed that his partner was dead. He asked that you find his partner's body, dispose of it in a proper manner, and recover his Krypith proxy signet ring, which all of you have. Bari and... Go ahead.
Can I, consider his, strength, I guess? Is this something that would be, immediately wiped out because they're, terrible at fighting things, or...?
Make an insight check.
Oh? It's not gonna do it. 7.
Yeah, he mentioned that him and his partner mostly just do scouting missions, and they're not really very combative. And you kind of have to take them at their word.
Okay.
Bryn and Bari, you made it to the Tepid Tankard because it's your favorite watering hole, especially after a defeat at the Colosseum. You had just fought Farron and Tolstoy again and lost again. And you're sitting at the bar now with Farron and Tolstoy, who walked in abruptly. And Tolstoy is not letting you forget about this loss. Farron's being pretty polite. He bought you a drink after having blighted you. He knew it would help, and it seemed to help. So you're kind of both sitting at the bar. Tolstoy's chattering away, talking shit, and Farron's just kind of politely sitting
What
there.
was Farron?
Farron's a furbolg. Big, kind of pale bluish green skin, a big bushy green beard with kind of like wildflowers kind of like plucked into it. Big bulbous nose.
Familiar.
He's wearing kind of like druidic rags, but he's got one big leather boot on and the rest of his other foot is barefoot.
Yes.
And Tolstoy is small gnome, male. He's kind of dressed up to go out in the town, so he's wearing like suspenders and kind of a nicer shirt. So you're sitting with those two. And Marosha and Gaius. You two arrived about 3 days ago. You've been staying at the Tepid Tankard, mostly because the bartender, Tamara, offered you free stay in exchange for a performance and performances from Marosha. Marosha, your performances have not been met very well with the patrons of the Tepid Tankard. However, Tamara's son, a young man by the name of Richmond, appears to be just enamored with your performances. So because of this, she's allowing you to stay free as long as you continue performing. Guys, you maybe picked up a couple odd jobs around town, just kind of to keep up with food and whatnot. We're going to start the game with Marosha and Gaius coming down from their rooms. You are all in your respective places in the bar. There are other patrons in the bar. There seems to be like kind of couple kind of like cozying up in the corner. There's a dwarf man and a human man kind of having a heated argument about something, and the rest of you. Marosha, you exit the stage, you exit the stairs, and you make your way to the stage. It is time for your performance of the day, of the evening. What would you like to do?
I want to apologize in advance.
Are you going to play anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Play the theme song, Don Darko. Go.
Marosha's going to step onto the stage and stand in the center and kind of wait for a minute to see if the noise dies down at all.
Most people are kind of quieted except for Dark, who was talking with you guys, who immediately burst into tears the second you walked down the stairs because he's heard your performances before.
Oh no.
I think we're in for a treat.
It's going to be dashboard confessional. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it.
It's kind of worse.
Oh.
So she's going to clear her throat, and she's going to puff up her lute a little bit, and start to sing.
I'm ready.
I'm not.
There you go.
I know.
If you don't want to.
Let me just pull up the lyrics real quick.
Ooh. Love me some live
I can
music.
pull up some sad mandolin music if you want.
Burnt out ends of smoky days, the still cold smell of morning. A street lamp dies, another night is over, another day is dawning. Touch me, it's so easy to leave me. all alone with the memories of my days in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. Look, a new day has begun.
So while we were clapping, the rest of the tavern, not so much. Tolstoy immediately looks towards Buri and he just goes, "The fuck was that?" Farron's like, "I liked it." So he's kind of doing like kind of a hearty, kind of big-handed clap.
Marisha's a very overly dramatic bow before he
Yeah,
exits
so
the
you're
stage.
bowing
Super
like
like
you're
flourish.
I'm
Yes.
super, right, I was super into it. That was straight up his 18-year-old ass. 100%.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
This is going on live journal 100%.
What are we doing? Who are we sitting with?
Where am
Dar.
I? Am I next to all of them, or am
She's
I
gotta be a
kind of
bard,
closer to
right?
her?
You want to be wherever you want to be.
I could be like, yeah, I guess next to all of them, I guess, and
Okay, so you're kind
Like
of
a table nearby?
yeah, table.
And then I can come and join you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are a bard, correct?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
Have to be.
Marosha,
Have to be.
Marosha dismounts the stage and she goes and takes a seat next to Gaius. Marosha, why don't you tell them what they just saw? Who just walked on
Okay.
stage?
I am a drow. I don't know how many of you would know what, like your characters would know what a drow is, but it's a dark elf. So I've got the pointy ears, but I have like a bluish purple kind of dark skin and like ice white hair. And I look probably like somewhere between 18 and 25. Pretty young.
Giggity.
All we need is a cash and capture.
Do I overhear that guy like talking bad about her singing?
Wait till she's done, because I'm going to do everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of lots of like black and lace, and lots of jewelry, like lots of jewelry.
Okay. Guys, why don't you tell them what everybody saw when she sat down next to you? What's Gaius looking like?
Wait,
Long.
hold on. She sat down with you guys?
No, just with me.
Just
We're at a
us.
table close to them, but not with them. So you see, long, white hair,
Silver.
silver hair, long silver hair, wearing all black. Roughly, upper late 20s, beard. Not fat, but not
dark.
not
Athletic.
athletic looking, bigger.
And a black
Black.
sword.
Well, no, I thought I had that hidden. Didn't we discuss that? No, yeah, okay. So then the black sword's out on the back.
Wearing a black sword
Sheath.
over your back.
Right.
You wouldn't have a sheath for it. You found it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
Nice.
it's just kind of hanging off of like a strap that you have.
Right.
It's kind of just on your back.
Okay.
You guys take your seats and you start kind of like reading the crowd a little bit, trying to gauge the performance of the crowd. Rin, why don't you tell them what they see when they look over at the bar?
So I'm a monk, kind of short.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I feel like I'm like short, a little bit like stockier, but still kind of slender, like muscular.
So you're like 5'8", but fucking solid.
Yeah, 5'8".
All muscle. 5'8", is that short?
Not short.
That seems good. I don't know.
Like short. Okay.
I'm 5'4". I mean, I'm short too, but
Shaved head, all covered in like red
Nice.
tattoos and covered in like scars, but covered in kind of like a gi, and just like no jewelry, nothing, just by myself. Very quiet,
Okay.
sitting.
So you see her sitting also next to a halfling. Halflings kind of a little bit tougher to discern their age because they always kind of look like human children, proportionately and otherwise. But she's kind of sitting there. I'm not going to get too in depth because I don't really know what Shelly's character looks like exactly, but I know she's got lots of little tinkering tool belts and things like that with her, probably some goggles or something. You guys continue looking around the room, and you see in the corner of the bar the three dark figures, one of them the dwarf, and then these two. So, Rydell, why don't you tell them what they're looking like?
Oh, sure. It's like dark black leather, usually around the entirety of. Like picture the '90s emo kid. I'm like that, but like a little bit less worse, I guess. Like it's not. It's not like.
Not as cringy.
Yeah, it's not as cringy. He does have his normal mask that is going to be hanging around his neck, which.
It's hanging right now. It's not on right now.
No, it's not on, but it's hanging down, which would definitely draw your attention and be like, what the fuck is that about?
Right.
In the meantime, he has a weird comb over with half gray hair in between, and there's the ability to pull the hood over, but he's not wearing it at the moment. But yeah, it's
kind of like a bandolier of like bottles and various.
around the waist. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next to him,
Well,
a
to be
very
fair,
imposing figure.
That's on the inside, but yeah, you can tell there's a lot going on in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cage.
Imposing, yes. Even sitting down, broad shoulders. You could tell somewhere between 6'8" and 7 feet tall. Big
I'm like
boy.
a child next to this guy.
Big boy.
It's not even close.
Full plate mail. Spiked spoulders and pointed boots or greaves, and everywhere you look just looks like it would hurt to even try and attack this person. And all dark black, a little battered, obviously battle worn, yeah, plate mail, and then with a purple tunic over it and a long cloak that has in bright neon green the crest of Saito.
Saito,
Nice.
which everybody would know
Okay.
is, maybe with the exception of Marosha, the god of death. The 13th god of humanity.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
It's pretty scary looking, huh?
So,
Yeah. No joke.
Badass.
you said full plate mail. Does that include the helmet?
Helmet
The
as
full-
well. Helmet
full-face
is
helmet?
on inside
Oh my
in a
God.
dark tavern. Like,
You're like the mountain right now.
yeah.
Just
Sounds
straight
like
up
the
fucking.
Okay. As you guys take your respective seats and continue your respective conversations, Tamara's attention immediately goes towards the bounty board. And she seems to be a little bit distressed. She goes, I keep telling the wankers not to take the whole flyer. I keep having to put it back up. And she runs over there with like a stack of paper and she pins a new bounty onto the board and then walks back behind the bar. You guys want to do it? Or you wanted to see if you heard Tolstoy.
Was he? Yeah.
Make a perception
How was he talking? Like, was he?
Yeah, he wasn't talking very nicely.
This
about it.
motherfucker is gonna get hit in the bar again.
Perception. I think is that a 9 or a 6?
It should be a line.
It's like a dot. I think
Dot
is that a
under?
6?
It's on the bottom.
Okay, 6 on the dots on the bottom. Perception. So 10.
You heard some generic grumbling. It didn't sound great, but nothing that you could easily discern specifically.
So I didn't really hear what he.
Yeah, just kind of like
Alright.
people murmuring and
Alright, fair enough.
What's the like crowd like? Just normal.
yeah, a normal tavern crowd. It's the 6 of you with Darth, Tolstoy, Farron. So that's another
So
3,
literally-
and then about 4 more patrons. Just kind of.
None of us are together. We just happen to be in
You
the
just
same
happen to be
building
in
at
the
the
same
same
bar,
time.
same time.
Do you want to, Rydell, you want to check out this bounty board to see if there's anything along the way to where we're headed?
Well, the first thing that we should do. Hold on, get back into the accent. So, the first thing we should do is we should look into and try to find out if this person is somebody that ambushed our friend, because this is the entire reason why we're out here, no?
True.
So if this person has the same kinds, we need to intercept. This is what we do. You're good.
Sure.
I'm good. I'm ready.
Let's go.
Who's the guy? Where's the guy?
So you want to go check out the bounty board?
And
Yeah.
see if it looks
Okay.
somewhat.
And at the same time, I tap Gaius and tell him to go check.
Yeah. So what do you say? You just kind of like gesture like.
Yeah.
I like it.
Go get it.
Well,
I'll roll my eyes at Tolstoy and just fucking walk over.
So yeah, you're looking for an excuse to get up anyway. So as Toltoy's still talking, and after she puts this new flyer, you guys kind of all gather around the bounty board around the same time. You see a number of odd jobs and things like that. One of them just says, "Wharf rats!" with big exclamation points, and it has a reward 15 gold next to it. Another one says is a flyer for a lost cat.
Is 15 gold a lot to me?
Not really.
Not really.
Okay.
I don't use
I'm just
copper
curious.
or silver. It's
Yeah,
just gold and platinum.
I'm just curious. Like, if that would be something that would like.
You
spark
said
my
you said
interest.
I need 30 gold for a shitty shield, right?
No, I did not say that.
I think you
Don't worry
said,
about
I think you said that.
it. You guys will gauge the economy as you go. But
Fucking metagaming.
yeah. So you see one for a lost cat, and it's describing the cat, lost gray cat, last seen in the skids.
That
And it's
sounds
just,
terrible.
or his name is Ashes.
Oh no.
And it gives you contact information for the owner.
Was that also 15 gold?
That was 20 gold.
That's
find
more
the
than
cat,
doing
20 gold.
everything. Okay, so what's the important one?
There's another one. There's another one requesting a model.
Okay.
It's advertised as 15 gold a day
Well,
to model nude for a posh painter on the south side. Which
obviously no problem. I got this.
which is the more kind of affluent market district. There's a number of kind of missing persons flyers that aren't really offering gold. They're just like looking for people. And the one that Tamara just posted, in big bold letters at the top, it says, "The skids need your help." Reward 200 gold.
Okay. Gold. Tamara would be that one.
Tamara's the bartender.
This one.
Tamara's
No.
the bartender. That's Marosha.
Got it.
Oi, who
Close
are the
enough.
skids?
And it has a
To be
caption.
fair, I don't know.
Seasoned adventurers only. See Captain Gareth outside the quarantine for information.
Why the heck would even be outside the quarantine? Is it like a hospital? Did they kick people that were quarantined out? I don't even know.
What was that?
Is there a place where they kick quarantined people out? Because I don't even know where would we find these people. I don't. Is this a
They're not
hospital?
looking for people. You're not really sure. The flyer isn't too specific on what you are doing in the skids.
Okay.
They just know. It's kind of like go talk to the captain if you're interested.
Captain who?
Yeah.
Gareth.
Where's the captain? Where's the captain?
Outside the skids, outside the gate to the skids. Which the skids is, you wouldn't know this exactly, but you actually would because Darth just kind of filled you in. It was the same, like his mission was to go investigate the skids.
Do I have my familiar yet?
Well, because he kind of filled you in.
Okay.
Darth.
Do I have my familiar yet?
Oh no, you do not. Not yet. Sorry.
I really want to go find the cat.
So the skids are kind of a lower income area of Gildan. If you look on the map, it's to the far northwest.
What?
It's kind of gated in, and it's
Oh yeah, there it is.
it's more It's got it's got a big cathedral with a bell tower at the very far end, and it's very like low income housing, like flats and apartments and things like that. Marie actually has an apartment, a flat in the skids.
Yes.
But she has also been
Yes.
evacuated.
Yes. Can I write on this map?
Some of you may have seen.
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want
you
to.
do that one. This one's completely blank. So yeah. Do you know?
Some of you may have seen as you walked around Gildan the tents set up on the palace greens for the evacuees of the skids. They're kind of set up these temporary housing units on the palace greens where the people of the skids that were evacuated are kind of being taken care of.
All right, so we're basically all looking at the board at the same time.
Correct.
Can I
Except for
just-
Marosha, who's at the table.
Can I just rip that flyer off and go walk back to the bar and hand it to Bree?
Excuse me.
Hey, little
I
one.
was
Come on,
reading.
Tamara
reading
sees
that.
you and she's like, "What did I just say, love?"
She just took it.
So she just like
Sorry.
progressively takes like another one off the stack and just
Okay.
goes and pins it back on.
Well, first of all,
I'm
I
gonna
was
just throw it in front
I,
of Bree.
I was reading. What are you doing? Running.
I grabbed
away
one
with
from the
this?
stack.
Sorry. I need it.
Take a slide
Are you
ahead.
doing this by yourself?
I might.
Would it not make sense to do this with more
That
people?
is
I have to ask my
a
partner.
12.
Who's your
Okay.
partner?
Bree.
She's not here.
She's
Shelley.
not
This
here.
guy?
She's not. Yeah. Well.
Girl.
So right out of the corner of her eye, she's like, "Hey, hands over the bar." She kind of catches you, but you already have the flyer, and you kind of just show her like.
It's just a flyer.
And she's like, but she's not happy that you reached for the flyer. What is So you kind of take it and what are you doing? Head back to Marosha?
I go get a whiskey, and then I had 2 whiskeys, one from Marosha. Say, hey, we got a job to do.
That's 2 gold.
I will give you 1 gold bargain, I guess.
Just basically letting you stay there for free.
All right, 2 gold's gone. I get it. All right.
So you grab 2 whiskeys, lightning whiskey, which is the native drink of Gildan. It's kind of this like sizzling. It's almost like pop rocks in the whiskey.
Nice.
You feel it kind of popping when you drink it. So you sit back next to Marosha.
Say, cheers, Marosha. We're gonna be rich. I got us a job.
Wunderbar.
Don't worry about it.
I'm pretty
Looks
sure
like we got a lot of
we're all
competition
on the
here.
same. What is going on? We're all on the same job. Like, what is even happening?
You 2 are on a job. Everybody else is doing their own thing.
That's what I'm saying. What are you gonna go run out there by yourself? Are you crazy?
You see this kind of human, obscure guy just like having a meltdown by himself in the corner.
Hey,
I don't get it. I don't. Okay.
He's weird.
You
no?
look super strong.
Terrible
Terrible job. You look super strong. Terrible job. You look super strong. Terrible job. What are you doing?
Excuse
this
you?
all together. Okay, Miss Lady who does the punching, I know. Why don't we just go together, right? We all just split the
Why?
job. Because you don't lose, right? That's why.
money out of
Then we
my
gotta
pocket.
split the money with you.
Tolstoy kind of stands up on the bar chair and he's like,
You can't spend
"Oh,
the
becoming
money.
mercenaries, are you? Good. I don't think the Colosseum's cut out for you."
Who the
Can I
fuck was
just-
talking to you?
I'm gonna punch him again. Can I punch him again,
Who
please?
the?
Go ahead and roll
I'm just gonna turn around and punch him again.
All I'm saying is you cannot spend the money if you're dead. Just spend it together. We can.
What do we do to this?
We can buy a tent and we can all hang out together.
19.
The paper just said to go and
Hits him.
ask
You hit him
somebody
square
what's going
like
on.
Captain.
in the jaw, and this time he falls like off, and he
Captain
gets
Garrett.
up, and he's pissed.
I'm going to try to charm him while this is
no.
happening.
Oh no.
I'm going to charm him. That's up to my discretion once I figure out if it passes or if it fails, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You're
stand.
using the charm
My
person.
charms, yes, charm person.
I'm gonna stand in between the 2 of them.
Well,
In
before,
Say-
between
Between Rin and Tolstoy,
Okay.
But-
So you
and just
kinda-
say enough,
do
and then that's it.
that. Make an intimidation check.
Ooh, before they even start. Nice. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. It's like
14.
A 6.
Um,
Oh, 9. Never mind.
he looks up at you. He like barely goes up to your boot, and he's looking up at you, and he's like fuming still. He's like,
Oh no.
"You don't want one of me, big man.
Oh no.
Trust me." And he just like slides under your legs, and he's heading towards Ren.
I try to charm him.
Go
You
ahead.
gotta roll.
What saving throw is it?
I think it's let's see.
So, there's no reason for any of this. We can
What
can
is
just
Charm
happening right now?
person.
we
It
can
just
just go
says it
together.
has to
There's
make.
no problem. Like, I need this. You
This is
need
a
this.
wisdom-
you need
wisdom
this. They
saving
need this. What are we
So,
doing?
14.
That doesn't pass. 15.
Okay, what do you want him to do?
I want him to. I'll say, how about you apologize to the lady?
So you cast this kind of spell, like just like casually as this is going down, and as he's sliding underneath, he just like slides under cage and just pops her right up right in front of him. He's like, "Yeah, you're right. I think I'm sorry about that. I lost my temper." And Farron is like shook at this. He's like, he looks around. He's like, "Who did that?" Because he knows something's up, but he doesn't know exactly who charmed him. He was like, "Well, thanks, whoever did that."
Now I want you to give me the gold that's in your pockets.
Oh no.
Oh, see.
Oh no.
Farron might not like that.
Okay. Wait.
So close.
Farron
so
can
far.
tell what's going on, I guess.
Absolutely. he knows Tolstoy well enough, and he knows magic
Okay.
well
Then I'll
enough.
say, how about you buy us all a drink?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Farron kind of begrudgingly agrees, and Tolstoy says, "Yeah, I just won a nice little pot here, and I think I'll buy the bar a whole round of drinks." Tamara's like very confused because she knows Tolstoy too. So she goes, Whatever you say, love. And she starts pouring drinks. You guys all have your drinks now?
Cheers, guys.
I'm gonna get mine.
Strangers.
Doesn't drink.
You don't drink? Rydell does not drink?
Does not drink.
Farron will take yours.
More for me.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Either one. Who's Farron?
Farron is the furball.
The big
that's
furball.
next
Oh.
to Grin and
Yes.
yeah. Alright, what do you guys want to do? Marosha, you're looking at the flyer.
Well, I think it's a lot of gold for. It's got to be a pretty tough job. I don't know how you guys feel.
We're headed up there already for our own business. So if you're planning on trying to do this bounty or take this, I wouldn't mind.
This does not change our
Plans.
plans whatsoever.
Might as well
we,
say
we
so.
are,
But Bree
We-
say
we are-
anything
we are
'cause I
going
feel
to
like
do
this
what we're
would
going to
appeal
do.
to her.
Yeah,
and
I think
not
Bree at this
me.
point would kind of lean over to you and be like,
Right.
even if we split the money, I think we'd have enough for, the next entry fee for the next battle.
You can have my cut. I'm not in it for the money. Let's
So
not
then
plan
I'll-
here.
Okay.
We're going that way anyway.
Fair enough.
You want to
So,
join us? By all
You
means.
seem to be in
Use
agreement
all
with
the
her.
help.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
go with her and I'll go. But yeah,
We can
'Cause
use all
like
the
I said,
help we
that's
can
not
get.
really a-
I don't.
Alright.
I don't need the money. You can have my own cut.
So,
I will take your money.
There's
Bree kind of turns around and she starts introducing herself to everybody. Marosha, you're still sitting at the table. What do you want to do?
Well, I would have come over with,
Yeah,
with guys
yeah.
and talked.
Okay.
Oh, I'd love
I am
it.
Gaius,
I'd
this is
love to
Marosha,
talk
by
to
the
her. Are you coming up?
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. You are a bard for sure, right? You're a bard. You do the music. You make the people do the. Do you want to hang out?
As you guys are like talking,
Put your
Marosha,
horn back in your pants.
For the
you feel
first
just
time,
like
I've
this
seen this.
very gentle tap on the shoulder, and you slowly turn around and you see the familiar face of Richmond, which is Tamara's son. He's like creepily just like
Oh, no.
standing over you. He's like roughly tall, a little scrawny, just ghostly pale. Like even for a Gildanian, very very pale, like unnaturally pale. Like dark circles that almost look like he may have applied makeup to make himself look like this dark circles around his eyes.
It's
And
Buzz
kind of
from
like
Bumblebee.
almost cherry red lips. His like hair is like slicked all the way back and like down over his shoulder, and he's wearing like kind of a nice black vest with like black striped shirt, like all black. And he's just like, the performance was especially droll today.
Okay, first of all, I thought that was fucking
I
great.
loved it.
Wow.
You
What is-
captured just the innocence of life and the meaningless nature of existence so well.
That's what I'm talking about.
Will you be performing again tomorrow?
I'm pretty sure she's coming with us.
I may, if we get
I
back
knew
in
it.
time.
He kind of turns. Your performance was foretold, for last night I woke from my slumber by a crow that called 3 times in my window.
Oh no.
Caw! Caw! Well, you know what a crow sounds like.
I do, yes.
Well, I greatly look forward to it. And he just kind of like scurries off, like dramatically.
He didn't
Tamara was like,
Yikes.
Tamara was like looking at you, just like begging you to do something with him, like help
Hey.
me.
They paid the bills.
I love it.
You hear kind of a patron like speak up to Tamara. He's like, you'd let your son go with the drow? And you hear Tamara go like, I'd marry him to an ogre if it means it gets him out of the house.
I
Alright,
would get her.
so he kind of scurries off. You guys are all together. What do you want to do?
Well, we're following the
I
bounty.
want to
now,
head up.
right?
You guys wanna
What
start?
time of day
Well,
is it?
We
It's
finished our drink.
late afternoon
Did
by
I
Gildanian standards.
did I properly recruit her? I don't know if I did
Yeah,
that.
I think
Okay.
you all came to an agreement.
Yeah. Listen, this guy's like super like into your stuff, but it seems creepy. We're just friends though, but you can. I know what bars can do. I know what your magic can do, and you can sing like a song and then also punch somebody in the head. That's nuts.
At this point, since you
I
guys
need
have been
the
talking,
punching.
the charm
Well, just
spell
do the
does
thing.
wear off of Tolstoy. He's immediately aware that he's been charmed,
Oh no.
and he goes, "All right, what right gift
the
just did that
outside.
to me? I usually get
It
some
lasts
on the
for an
chip."
hour.
Huh?
Lasts for an hour.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
Oh no.
Okay, never mind. He's got a little out.
Doesn't get
Never,
out.
he's still there. He's sitting calmly drinking his beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's just go to the outside and just look
Maybe
at the
later. Okay, good.
thing. Look, it's like 200 gold, and to be fair, I don't even want it, man. Like, you can give him some, but like, I don't even
I just want to walk
it,
out the front door.
Let's
Okay,
just go do the thing.
Bryn just leaves. She's kind of
Just
leading
go
the
do
way.
the
Let's
thing.
see
Okay,
what
first
the
of all,
job
you're
is.
definitely gonna want it because you're gonna beat people up. You're definitely gonna want it because you're like gonna want like 75 out of 50. I don't know how math works. And then you're gonna do a thing too, right? You're gonna like sing like super good. Listen,
I am pretty great.
Onward.
agreed.
Onward.
I agree.
You guys
To be
leave
fair.
the tepid tankard. The skids isn't too far. Bryn and Bree definitely knows the way.
Oh, jeez.
So you guys kind of beeline for the gate.
I'm getting much on your thing
I'm
now.
just happy that somebody's gonna listen to me besides him because he has to because he's shutting down.
Yeah, it's a very talkative Rydell, just like chatting with the group as you guys all kind of walk, kind of waiting to see what
Apologies, I
happens.
don't shut up. I really want to.
As you get to
I don't talk.
As you get to the gate of the skids, you see these two large imposing walls that almost go the entire height of the cavern. So we're talking like a good 100 feet up. Just two massive stone walls. These walls don't look like they were built for a low-income housing. They almost like a prison.
I used to be able to jump that high, not so much anymore.
And this massive iron cast gate in the front. There's people kind of surrounding the gate. Most of them are talking amongst themselves or begging with some of the guardsmen of Gildan to either they want to get back in for something or they're looking for someone. You see a woman there, kind of a stout dwarf woman, asking about her cat, if anybody's seen her cat. In front, like dead front and center of the gate, there's a man in a kind of a captain's uniform. He's kind of got a thick brimmed cap kind of pulled over his eyes. His feet are up on this small table that's placed next to it with kind of a ledger there. He's just kind of sitting there lazily, kind of like letting the guardsmen handle the crowds and stuff. Just kind of,
Captain Gareth.
he kind of picks up. Skids are closed.
I'm gonna need you to open the door.
1 second.
He said he's gonna need you to open the door.
He goes, how many are there?
Oh, I don't know, 35? I can't
Six?
count.
Six? Well, Shelly's here, right?
Yeah,
6.
hurry.
Right, Bree, sorry.
6. It's better odds than last time, I suppose.
I don't
Alright,
even know what that means.
what information do you have?
None.
The winning kind? What do
I
you
just
even
want
talking?
to.
Open the
Do I
gate.
still have the flyer? I would assume I do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
took it. Can I just hand it to him?
Yeah.
You're here for
I
the
understand.
gold.
I understand the skids need help.
What can you
Well,
tell us?
you're right about that.
What do you even mean? What kind of information? Just open the gate and then you won't lose. What are you even talking about?
The gate stays closed until I
Oh
deem
my
you
god,
worthy.
until I freaking climb it? Is this real life?
It
Jeez.
absolutely is.
You want people like me. You need people like me
And if you want
inside.
me to take you seriously, I suggest you zip your mouth, young man. Now then.
I got this. I got this. I am Borosha. Maybe you've heard of me.
Oh, Marosha, is it? Lovely. Fuck off!
Hey!
No.
Whoa.
He goes,
Don't you talk to her.
we've had enough death. I'm not in the business of sending would-be
Blink 182,
adventurers
go.
to their deaths, okay?
Cardi
so
B, go.
If you'd like to investigate the skids, then take the job seriously. If you don't want to, if you want to piss around and pull my yank all day, you can kindly piss off. And
Okay.
he kind of just leans back in his chair just like kind of waiting.
Okay, asshole. You want us to deal with the skids for you, but you won't let us get in to deal with the skids for you. Just fucking think about that for half a goddamn
I
second.
wanted to get home and get my pickle tickled by the wife.
That's great.
That's
Just
what I
let us
want.
in. In the meantime, we'll take care of the fucking skids. Why would that even be a thing you're even mad about? We're gonna have to go through the sewers and deal with
What do
shit
we
that
have
you
to do
don't
to
want to
deem us
deal
worthy?
with.
For one, you could shut him up.
Good luck. We've been trying.
All things must die.
Okay, listen.
If it is our time,
I'm
it's
just
our
a
time.
really happy person. I just want to talk to people all the time. I just don't even understand what that's a bad thing.
I'll give you the details.
Oh no.
About 3 weeks ago, the skids were evacuated. mysterious deaths happening around. We didn't see much of it. We sent a couple teams in. Unfortunately, the Healing Church, in their ultimate wisdom, won't let the government touch it. So, our way around it, hiring mercenaries like you to do the job for us. Now, I would love to send my men in there and just burn that place to the ground and whatever's causing these deaths with it. However, we have due process in Gildan, and as a result, not a lot gets done because of the bureaucrats upstairs. So,
What?
you have tried, many have died. And that includes a lot of you two. Yeah, I know. Your secret society isn't so secret. But honestly, I may not approve of your methods, but you get shit done, so have at it.
What
To be
kind
fair,
of
like
method?
nobody really gives a shit. We're just like super fucking badass, and like we just beat stuff.
Well, you better be, because nobody's made it to the bell tower and back.
I mean, fuck, guy, you're putting a cloak over your eyes. You don't even know what's going on right now. Like, you weren't gonna let us into this fucking building in the next second. Like, the next sentence, you're telling us to go into the undergrounds. I'm gonna have
What
a talk
kind
with
of
your superior.
mysterious deaths? Was there lots
I'm
of
going to
blood?
have a talk with your superior.
He looks just like kind of massaging his temples. He does not look happy with the way that you keep talking and asking about the blood.
No one's gonna talk.
He kind of turns to you, Cage, because you seem to be the most Cage and Rin. You seem to be the most
No.
mild mannered.
What? I'm talking.
You two seem capable enough. Okay. If you really want to serve Gildan, I'll let you in.
I'm
If you can
sure
vouch
I've
for
seen
the rest-
worse.
If you can vouch for the rest of this group,
They're part of my team.
Sure.
Why you what the
He's with me.
all right. Well then, if you can get to the bell tower and you can get back alive,
I
report
will
on what
poop
you-
on your bell tower.
Listen, you're not listening. None of you are listening.
I'm listening.
You're not. And he holds up a finger. I said nobody's made it to the bell tower and the skids were evacuated. Then who's ringing the bloody bell? And you hear the bell ringing in the background.
It's good timing with the music.
No, I put that on specifically.
Oh.
During this whole conversation, it's been ringing.
Yes.
How do you know no one's been there if you've never
Okay,
been
well,
in there?
I mean, to be fair, I just thought the bell was supposed to be ringing. You want me to stop the bell from ringing? I don't even understand what am I being paid for, man?
So
So wait, is this locked? Are there keys to get into this place? Like,
he has them with him. He's like, okay.
So what do we have to do once we get in there? Is there a
Figure out what's
We have
the
to
mysterious
figure out
deaths are
what's
about.
going
and
on.
fucking
Figure out-
get there.
It's a mystery, and until the Healing Church lets us investigate it ourselves, you guys are the best we got.
Okay.
You damn straight we're the best you got.
He kind of looks at you, he's like, I noticed the emblem. Are you with the Healing Church?
No.
Probably for the best then. Alright,
Yep.
empty your packets, show your bags. I'm going to be taking inventory of all your goods before you go in.
No.
Here's some
No.
David sunflower seeds.
Listen, don't fight me on this, okay? The people of the skids have been through enough. They can hardly tolerate government-sanctioned looting should you guys go in there and just rape and pillage, okay?
Okay.
So I'm only taking inventory to make sure you come out with what you have.
Okay,
That's all.
Mr. Guard Guy, you're going to tell us to go in there and then take out the people that
I just
are
wanna just
obviously a problem, but you, at the same time you want
this is
to
what
take
we have.
away our
I'm just
weapons
gonna
and
start
our
putting it on the ground.
methods of
All my-
You're
defending?
undoing yourself. So
Yeah.
he just starts writing down the various things, crowbar, yada, 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 yada. He
You,
starts-
you want to take away
you like
our
a drink?
methods of...
He's not
Yes,
taking away
please,
anything. He's just taking inventory. He's just seeing what you have as you go
All
in.
you want to know is what we have.
Yes. He's not taking anything.
In which case...
Is there any light beers in there?
So yeah, he just kind of goes through your bags, and unless anybody else objects.
No, it's fine.
Anybody else objecting? So yeah, he's not taking anything. He's being very careful and open about it. He's just checking to make sure and taking inventory of everything that you guys have, so that when you come back out, he's made sure that you're not stealing it.
Right.
Incoming.
7.5 seconds.
Oh, maybe now is a good break time? Because I
Yeah,
have to
let's
pee.
take a quick break before we go in. They have really a
This is real
reputation
life
with
for
him
you.
because he's not of the secret society that you guys are part of. But he didn't know of you. Maybe because two of you had two of your organization had already gone in. He took an inventory of everybody's belongings, and he specifically stated that's only to make sure that you're not going in there to loot up people's homes and things like that, and come out with way more than you had when you came.
Fair.
So he takes your inventory and writes down everything in this ledger, closes the ledger, and he looks at you all. The gate itself has like various like missing people flyers kind of taped to it.
Real quick, what about Bree? Because
Bree?
her apartment is in there, right?
Yes.
Was her inventory taken as well? Like, was that
Yeah.
a conversation to be had? Like,
She might have said something like, my apartment's in here.
Okay.
If I stop by, can I get something if I need it?
Gotcha.
So he just said we have to get to the bell tower, find out what's going on, and return, or
Basically.
Who's ringing the bell, pretty much?
Yeah. Because the bell was ringing and he was like, the fucking place is evacuated. Who's ringing the bell? So,
What is your name, sir?
Captain Garrett.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's not going to mean much if you don't make it out alive, so
Do
good
we-
luck. And he takes a big
Do
ring
we
of
look like
keys.
the kind of people that won't make it out alive? Jeez, though.
He inserts one of the keys. You hear the block of the gate kind of unlock and pushes inward these two massive gates. Bria is the first to step inward because she's so familiar. This is her home turf. She's got an apartment. You guys get a few feet in, and Captain Garrett immediately closes the gate back up and locks it. You can still see him in the gate, and he kind of takes a seat back in his chair, folds his arm, and pulls his hat down over his eyes. Where he turns to all of you and just says, "It's up to you guys. Beeline for the bell tower, or do you want to look around a little bit?"
I just think we should look around for the cat.
is this a cat you
It's
already
an extra
have,
15
or-
gold.
It was a lost
20.
cat flyer.
20
Okay,
gold,
okay.
even more.
20 gold.
And can I pull out my sword and cut my hand and then get the sword
Yeah.
light on fire?
So minus 5 HP.
-5, got it.
You watch as Gaius pulls this black blade from his back, and as he does, he just slides it across his hand, and the blood soaks onto the blade, and this bright red fire emerges on the blade, coating the blade in flames.
Well, that's new.
As he's holding.
Yeah, okay, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fucking, why? What the,
Guys,
what,
you never seen this before?
No.
what
Is
did
that
you,
blood
what
magic?
are we going somewhere?
It's,
What is going on? What the fuck is that?
Don't worry. We're all on the same team, guys. I won't ever use this against you guys.
Oh,
It is the
okay.
blood magic, though.
But still, what the fuck? Where are we going? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Marisha's just grinning like crazy.
This is
You guys are
ludicrous.
shocked to see me with the blood magic.
You've
I'm
seen
shocked to
this
see this
before.
7-foot-tall giant. I've never seen a giant before.
Okay.
Not truly a giant, actually.
Okay.
Never
But
seen
that's
any.
a story for another time.
Okay. You know what's going. What the fuck? Okay, let's just go.
I think
Forward.
maybe
Shit.
we should not take a direct approach.
I agree. I think we should scout as much as possible.
Do we
Is it
hear
dark out? Is it
anything?
light? Is it light out? Like what time of the day?
It's, it's always kind of dark in Gildan, and in the skids especially, it doesn't
Right.
get any natural light, so it's pretty dark out.
Okay.
It's definitely dim light.
I don't need my hat.
Probably not, no.
Okay.
You haven't really needed it since you've been in Gildan. So,
You got a pit?
Bree kind of gives you the lay of the land. She's like, well, my apartment's to the northeast end. The Cathedral of Saint Erico has the bell tower on it. That's at the far northwest, and mostly just apartments and things to see around. I don't really know what you guys want to do.
Let's take the most roundabout way.
North or south? Let's decide that. You can look on the map. You see it's kind of split over the main road.
It's like a little
Let's-
cross.
We are here
Or
on a
east
mission.
or west, I guess it would be.
We are here on a mission.
Yes.
Do we hear anything?
Roll a perception check.
Can I roll one as well? Oh, one what?
You can assist, yeah.
And
A meat and a cheese and a cracker.
Oh,
That's
is
a nice
that
roll.
16 plus 4? 20, 20.
Going for the 4, yeah.
Okay.
20.
14 and 20. Immediately, as you guys are still kind of like just on the preface of the skids, you don't see anything. It looks like a ghost town. There's nobody around.
Is it like silent or are there like
It's
normal
eerily
noises?
quiet. Yeah.
Let's go left.
All right. Everybody agrees. You guys start heading left off of the main road. You kind of start ducking through a number of alleys and things like that.
Real quick, can we see the bell tower?
Yeah, you can see it. It's quite a ways away.
Okay.
It's probably a quarter of a mile, maybe half a mile away, down a main road. But you guys decide to go a little bit of a roundabout way.
Gotcha.
As you do, are you guys looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for a cat.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception, since you're looking for something specifically.
Yeah, I'm looking for one thing and one thing. in
I'll assist
particular.
him with the cat. Can I assist?
12.
19? No, wait. Yeah, 9. I can't tell if it's a 50. No, it's a 20.
20.
Natty 19 or natty 20?
Natural 16, I got a plus 4. So
Okay. You guys are you're super hyper aware of looking around. So as you guys are kind of get a little bit deeper into the skids, you're kind of dodging between alleyways. You both kind of hear just a little, like maybe an alleyway down. And that's about it. You hear it's about like maybe straight ahead and to the right, like as you guys are in between all these little alleyways.
I've never heard a cat before, but what is that?
Sounds like a cat to me.
Sounds like a cat? Good, let's go get it.
You showed this is something you want to do.
Oh yes, absolutely.
20 gold's 20 gold.
We're making progress. We're heading towards the bell tower.
All right,
It's
so
along the way.
You guys kind of quickly head towards the direction of the cat. As you turn the corner, you see it kind of standing in the alley. It sees you for a second and pauses, and then it immediately like skids off and ducks into another alleyway to the left. So you'd have to make like straight, right, and then another left.
I'm gonna cast hold person on the cat.
Okay. How does that work? Do I have to make a saving throw?
I believe so.
I can look up this.
I have it right here.
While everybody's kind of like looking around,
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
17 actually on the cat. Cat's got wisdom for days apparently.
That's
They
some
do.
bull.
They're very
They
wise
do.
cats. So it kind of holds for a second and looks at you guys and then it just dashes off.
Ah. All right.
while everybody is kind of looking around, I want to like find a moment where I can like stand right next to Gaius and like kind of out of earshot of everybody else and just sort of whisper like, okay, so if this goes well, maybe we have a team so we can become famous.
Yes.
If not, maybe we have to kill everybody and take all the gold. We'll see.
Win-win.
Okay. Break.
What?
You wouldn't hear that.
Yeah. That's a sign.
We were whispering to each other.
Yes.
You guys want to keep going after the cat?
Can I do
Yeah.
it? Was I close enough to do an animal handling? Like, on him?
He had already dashed off.
He had already dashed off? Okay, never mind.
Maybe next time you see him.
Right, like, sound pretty good.
I just want to sigh and follow wherever the larger group
Is he going towards the bell
Mhm.
tower, the cat, or is he running?
It's zigzagging, but yeah, it's the general direction that you guys
Yeah,
are
we're exploring anyways. We're investigating. Might as well.
Let's get this fucking cat.
Let's get that paper.
Yeah.
So you turn the corner that the cat dashed down, and you see it again turning another corner, but in the middle of this kind of intersection of alleyways, you see a body laying there. Dark robes, its rib cage almost like just torn open. It's been dead for maybe a couple days. It's hard to tell in this kind of into the dank, dark atmosphere of Gildan. It could have been a couple days. It could have been several hours. It's kind of difficult to gauge.
Can I do like
But
a
it
medicine check?
is torn open.
I want to go up to it and poke it.
Investigation check? Can I do an investigation on it?
Medicine, yeah,
You want to do a medicine
No.
check?
Can I?
they are.
Or well, I wanted to.
What do you want to do?
I would like to do a medicine check.
Okay, yeah, you can go through medicine check and you can do an investigation check.
18.
I've already poked it.
18.
Okay. So Morosh is just kind of squatting down, kind of poking it, and Rin and Gaius, you guys are standing over, not really looking like what killed it, but just like what the story is behind it. And you notice that it's a human male, dark robed. It has a ring on its right hand.
Oh.
And
That's our guy.
It's definitely dead. It's probably.
I want to check the ring.
Yeah, is that our ring?
I want to investigate the ring.
It is. It is.
Okay.
It emblazoned on is the signet ring of.
This is the dude that was ripped apart.
Mhm.
How ripped apart was he?
Medicine check. Oh, you and Rain were doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Only you were doing this.
I put my hand in Guy's
So
face
you
and
got
like.
18 on the medicine check.
I didn't roll.
Yeah, you can roll.
Okay, that's a D12. That's also a D12. What the fuck?
So many
I
dice
have
and so
20s
many
in there
choices.
somewhere.
That one's a 20. I see it.
19.
All right.
Natural?
Natty 19.
Wow.
So the plague doctor, you realize that the trauma that tore this rib cage open wasn't from the inside; it was definitely from the outside. Whatever did this had the strength to basically pry open the rib cage, and the insides are almost like devoured. You see various slash marks along the chest and neck. The face is almost like undiscernibly messed up.
Okay.
He does wear the same ring as you two now.
I'm
Does
going
he,
to take his ring,
does he have a name?
and I want to...
You never got his name from Guard.
I'm going to make a pyre out of all the random things around in the alleys, and maybe kick down some doors and use those to break up.
Okay.
And then...
I'll hold my sword to it and light it.
Yeah.
Can I steal some of the blood first?
Sure.
I just
do you
wanna-
want them to see you stealing the blood?
I kind of want to half-ass pretend like I don't really want them to see it, but I'm not working
Okay,
that
so
hard.
you didn't just light anything.
I just want to
You guys
go
can kinda see.
sit in a corner and like.
You're kind of sitting, just waiting for something to happen as you watch all of this go down.
What do you need that for?
Scientific stuff.
Okay.
I have Quaggoth blood. Do you want to see it?
I mean, honestly, that's okay.
It's really cool.
What do you do with it?
I look at it. It's cool.
Alright then.
So you create a small part. You just want to do it like in this intersection.
Right there.
Okay. You create a little pyre with the help of Gaius' sword. He just kind of sticks it into the top, and you see the fire just start to spread and burn this body. This is after you took the ring off, right?
Yes.
So, the body's burning. You guys didn't even loot them.
You said we couldn't loot because they're going to check our possessions.
So you still could have.
Well, I didn't know that. I would have looted. Obviously, that's my first move.
Listen, you can literally do anything you want in this game. Just because I tell you, a character tells you not to do something doesn't mean you can't do it.
He's on fire, but he can definitely still loot, for sure.
Probably.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
get out.
he's on fire. You might have to wait till it burns down a little bit.
I mean,
Maybe get him on the way back.
We'll get him on the
There's
way.
nothing of value.
I'll stump him out. You can just loot.
Stop the dead body.
Don't worry about it.
That was my first move.
Cage, do you want to say anything? This was your idea. To burn him.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
So the body burns.
Death comes for us all.
Death comes for us all. So the body's burning down a little bit. You guys immediately, Cage, you just turn your back and you immediately start heading towards the direction that you saw the cat turn. As you do, the cat you see kind of sitting there quietly this time. He's not so skittish.
Come here, kitty. I do the animal.
I just want to stand like 4 feet behind them and just watch because it's weird.
15.
Okay. He doesn't come to you, but he's kind of just sitting there.
Kind of.
Does he seem like a normal cat? I've never seen one before.
As
You've
far as
never
I
seen
can
it.
tell, but I'm not too familiar with shift
Make a
changes.
perception check.
Oh, Are you saying you've never seen a cat before?
Can I just do one?
I, from a very small
20.
village.
20?
Jesus.
I rolled
What is that?
19.
It's an 8 natural.
So, yeah, with the 20, I mean, It's definitely
It's a
a
cat.
cat.
It's a
got
cat. It's
grayish fur. It's
It's
got
a
a
gray
collar
cat.
on it, like a purplish collar with like a little bell. It looks very similar to the cat described in the flyer. So, you want to try to like approach it?
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Oh no.
Look at it.
Let the
7
giant. Let the
foot
giant.
armor
go get it.
clad.
the rubbing of metal on your fingers. The cat just kind of sits there, like tilts his head a little bit. As you slowly approach this cat, you just feel a gust of wind and the shadow of this this huge entity just boom, just hit the ground right on top of the cat.
No.
And it immediately, you just hear this gnarling, like grunting, chomping sound as this long neck looks up in an almost humanoid face, a lipless face, fangs down in almost kind of an exposed snout. Its arms just massively bulky, just like almost 6 feet wide shoulders and huge, huge arms. Its hands got 3 long fingers, almost a foot long each, on almost like bone-like shaped, and they kind of like they end with blood-tipped claws. It's got tattered like kind of fabric around its massive torso. It comes to a much smaller waist, and you can see the legs just very, very strong. It almost looks humanoid if it like stood upright, but it's like on all fours right now, and it is just gnawing on this poor
Cat.
Okay. What your name again is Bob?
Gaius.
Yeah. Just leave the cat alone. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Everybody roll initiative.
Jesus, no! Don't fucking fight the cat. Why?
We must avenge the cat.
Oh no.
We add dex, right?
Yep.
Can you add dex?
Oh, fuck.
Wait,
Yeah,
this
the
one?
initiative
Dex
right there.
modifier.
So
I got worse.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Does that make you feel better?
No.
19.
I'm a very bad roller. all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. What are you adding to it? What are you adding?
Are you hot?
Do we need a board or anything? Like the.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
yeah.
make some room.
There's a little balloon.
Can you get me a
A one?
I'm gonna get.
I'll get you an opposite of the
slide this
last
stuff
one.
down?
I'll put that on the counter with the.
Slide all this down.
Make it that far away from me. I'm trying not to eat it, but it's like I love meat and cheese. That's my kryptonite.
New diet?
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm gonna go on
do
a
as
diet,
well.
and every time I do
Work.
that, I crave junk food. So I'm trying not to say it, but actually do it.
Try and just most of the time
I eat pretty decently, but I don't exercise because it makes me really, really, really tired.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But Natalia actually wants to do a yoga class here.
Oh boy.
So,
here
and Rachel
it
was
is.
thinking about joining. I don't know if you're
We're just
interested
gonna use
in
this
that.
because it is a very narrow alleyway. You guys don't have a lot of room.
Awesome.
Yeah, totally, I'm done for you.
No one's talking this time.
No pepper. These?
Yes.
Which one?
That one. That one.
Put all you guys at just one end of these, would you, Nate? I'll get the other one.
Let's see.
Don't let me forget my papers in my watch because I can have them for tomorrow and I'm going to forget them. That's probably what happened. I collected all the sickness from the children and brought it home.
Oh yeah, that is probably what happened. I knew I was blaming the kids at school, at work too. Just telling everybody how their asshole children went to school and then came back and got me
in
sick.
an elementary school.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
I said in an elementary school and all the
Getting all the germ kids.
tummy hurts. I fell in gym. I think I have a fever. It's like,
I shit
yeah,
my
you
pants.
do. Not so much.
No shitting in the pants?
Not
You'll
so
get
much.
it.
That
No, they're
happened
just
when
not
I
coming to
was
the
in
office for
phys
that.
ed. That happened when I was in phys ed. It's like, I have Texas. Okay, go to the bathroom, go to the nurse.
Poor kids.
What school?
Not a centralized elementary school.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Centralized one?
That's a big
Rachel's
one.
cousin works at Centralized.
I
She's
love
the art.
Centralized.
She's the art teacher there. One of them. I'm not sure. Which,
Okay.
All right. 20 and up. Anybody?
Nope.
I did.
what a scumbag.
19. Yeah.
Okay. 15 to 19. Anybody else? 19.
Nope.
Rin. 10 to 14.
I got a 14.
14.
Nope.
How do you spell your name? G.
Gaius.
Gaius.
Sorry, it's peering
It's got a soft
5
eye.
to 10.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Marosha, what'd you roll?
7.
So you're 5 to 10. So Marosha.
Sorry.
And Cage and Rydell, you're the only ones left.
2.
2 and 5.
Rolling smoke.
Bringing up the
What's your
rear.
character's name?
Right out.
All right. So this,
I'm all on top of it. I have notes.
you guys are kind of still in shock as this massive creature, this just like abomination of bone and flesh, just pounds down, and the fresh blood still trickling down off of its stained, lipless mouth. It looks up at you all, and let's see who's closest. Probably looks like Rin and. Well, I would say Gaius and Cage were definitely following it first, right? So
Yeah, I was chasing the cat.
reflect that.
Which one is Guy? Which one?
Cage is the big
Cage is this-
paladin-looking dude. I'm gonna get maybe custom minis eventually. Bend that, bro.
I'm working on it.
Bend them. Bend them good.
So
That sounds wrong.
So he's gonna first. He just leaps towards you about 10 feet and just starts. He's gonna make one big slashing attack with one of these massive clans against Gaius. 15.
That's not a hit.
So he what?
Is that Gaius?
Yeah.
Yes. So he swipes once, and you kind of just like barely scoot back, and you brush against the person behind you in this very narrow
It's me.
alleyway.
I got you.
And he's gonna make another one.
I was singing this song.
That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
I'll
Who's
tell
that
you
on?
it.
That
Yep.
does hit.
Me again, huh?
That's
Oh,
on
so-
Gaius as well.
Oh.
Swing low, sweet. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay. Don't worry about that. You're gonna be okay.
Let me get this out. Okay, so you're gonna take some damage here. Don't you worry about how much. That's not good. That's very good. You take 19 points of slashing damage. Right off the-
19?
19. Just,
Ooh. Not fucking around. Campaign 2.
and then he looks right past the two of you, and with his other arm, he raises it towards Rin.
Of course.
And one of his clawed fingers just like extends another 10 feet, and it's gonna try to hit you.
Can I?
No.
Oh, it misses.
Okay.
What were you gonna use?
I was gonna ask if I could like use deflect missiles or something. Is
No,
that
because it's
what
actually part. It's like it's still attached. It's not
Gotcha.
like a projectile.
Okay,
It
so it's
just extends like 20 feet.
Okay.
So it extends it just as
Oh,
it does.
well,
All the
after
ladies
he
love
hits me,
him.
I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke on him. Before you continue to that Hellish Rebuke, he hit me.
You're a little late, but I'll allow it. You're
Okay.
just still learning your character.
Okay.
Next
Hellish
time it'll be
Rebuke.
later, else I'm not
Okay.
gonna allow.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
did you want me?
This is a warlock, right?
He's a blood hunter.
So Hellish Rebuke, 2d10s, fire.
Yep.
Well, you gotta make a dex saving throw. Sorry, that was.
I need to check this. I need to.
Okay. My saving throw is 24.
That saves.
So I still take half damage.
Dex saving, yeah. Right, you did dex. That's a 10. 8
I didn't even get drunk at work this week.
and 5, 13.
So 13 half.
It is
13
really
Is,
honestly
Where do you work?
I work at a shit
6.
dive bar.
Where?
Okay. 6 points
around
damage.
Columbus.
6
It's
points.
called JW's. It's
Starting
at
it off
Oktoberfest,
strong.
so we can beer wench, so that's
I live in Port. I live in Port Jeff.
all right,
I don't know
so,
where
Fire. I don't know if he's weak to fire.
solid.
Yeah, that's
You never
fire.
would.
Don't worry about what he's weak to. Alright, so as he hits you, you immediately just like extend your finger and you point to him, and he starts to erupt in this bright
So
brilliant
don't go
fire.
there.
It just smolders on him for a second. He doesn't really look phased.
Got it.
And then he points the finger at Rin, and Rin, you just tilt your head as it zings right past you and then it retracts back into its claw. Rin, you're up.
Cool. So, Jesus. Alright, I guess I'm going to I'll use my tumpas, I guess. I'll go up. Well, I guess we're pretty close, right?
Yeah, you probably still have to move up like 10 feet.
I mean, I'll move up 10 feet, that's fine. I'll just move this is me, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
You're 10, correct?
What?
Okay.
What?
You're 10, right? No, 5. You're 5. Level 5.
Yes.
Everybody's level 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will use my Tompas, so I guess I'll roll.
Guys, you're on deck.
What?
Guys is on deck. Go ahead and roll attack with your tauntings.
13 plus. Do I add this? This
Yes.
plus 8?
Dexterity, yeah.
So 13 plus what's 8?
Definitely
17?
hits.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll
Go
do that.
ahead and roll damage.
So that's 2d4 plus 5. 4.
Nice.
Ah!
There it is.
Plus 2. Plus 5, so that's 6 plus 5 is 11.
11 points of bludgeoning. So you kind of duck past everybody, you slide under them real quick and just whack them real quick with your tonfas.
Yeah, and then can I use a key point at that point?
Well, you get an extra
Oh,
attack.
I do, right?
You get 2 attacks. So you can make another tonfa attack or you can use your radiant sunbolt, whatever you want to do. So that was minus
Fuck it,
11.
let's play with the sun. I like the sun. You seem to like the sun. I like the sun. Let's play with the sun.
Okay.
Unless you're telling me that because it's not a thing.
I'm not telling anybody anything.
No, I trust you. Anyway, so I'll roll attack again, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's happening?
So that's 12 plus 8 is what?
12 plus 8 is 20. 20
so
hits.
that hits.
Okay,
then
no,
that
and then roll
is-
again, right? No, we're not doing flurry of lows.
What?
This is what's happening, right?
She is a way of the sun soul.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
So go ahead and roll damage.
I've learned something today.
Oh, yes. So that is 1d6 plus 5. 5 plus 5, 10.
Did Rings get dinner?
Yes,
Yes,
he
we
did.
have
We gave him nice waters and his medicine.
So
and
10 points?
10 points.
So after you guys watch this quick, quiet girl that's been kind of with you this whole time, not said much, she's like one of the first person in combat, and she just slides under, hits it real quick, and with the tonfa still in hand, puts her fists like together, and you watch as her red tattoos start to glow this kind of like radiant energy, and this radiant beam just shoots out of her fists and hits this creature like squarely in the chest. 10 points of radiant damage.
Then I can still move, right?
Fucking Goku.
You still have movement, and you could use a key
Yeah.
point to do 2 more of those radiant sunbeams.
So I'm gonna move back about 15 feet, and then I'm gonna, so I guess like as far back as I can.
Okay.
But
He's
like
go-
not in the way.
He's gonna take an attack of opportunity on you as
Of
you
course he
move
is.
back.
Thank you.
Natural 1.
Rydell's like super into that. He's like, oh, what the, yeah, we should do that together.
So as you make that, he's kind of like shook and it's still like singeing his flesh and bone. He quickly tries to make a swipe, but he's like way high. You just kind of duck back 15 feet.
Okay.
Um,
And I'm gonna use a key point and do that radiant something else.
you get 2 more. So go ahead and roll attack twice.
What is that? No.
Okay. That's a
Natural
20.
20.
Yeah.
Get him!
First natural 20 of the campaign.
And then that's 9 plus 8, so
17.
17, both hit.
Okay, so then that is the radiant sunbolts again, right?
Yep.
Okay,
1d6 plus 5, but it's going to be 2.
One of them's double.
Well, no, one of them's doubled after the plus 5.
Okay,
and the
wait,
other one's just.
so that's a 1.
Okay.
So that's
That's not the one.
That's
you
not
want.
the
That's not
one.
the one you want.
That's the
That's
order you
six.
did it in.
That's
That's
true.
what you're.
okay, so that's
So it's-
6,
6 doubled is 12.
12, and then 4 plus 5 is 9.
So 12 and 9.
21.
That's
Or
damn
no.
good.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'd say so. But she rolled a 20, so she crit.
Crit.
First
Yeah.
roll.
Oh, right.
Crit.
And it was D6.
Yeah.
1d6 plus 5.
Okay, so you jump back and 2 more sun bolts. You just let them go, and one of them hits it like square in the eye. It's like screaming this like unbearable, almost human-like scream, and it kind of recoils a bit as the second one like hits it square in the chest. That in your turn?
No,
Yeah.
I know.
wait, that was
You can't do anything else,
attack
really.
1.
Yeah, I
you
think
have the
that's-
second one.
No,
got
I did
nothing
2
left to do.
attacks, and
You
I
did
used a
2,
key point
okay.
to do 2 more.
Okay.
Sure.
So
You got nothing left.
yeah, I don't think there's there's much else.
Okay, Gaius, you're up.
And I assume he's engaged with her at this point, so I can.
Well, she's back now, so she moved back.
But he's engaged.
He's engaged with anybody that's attacked it.
I haven't attacked him. Oh, yes, I technically have. Alright, fuck it. I'll stay where I am. I'm going to use the Curse of the Marked on him, and then I'm going to hit him with my Black Sword.
Okay. I don't have to save or anything for the Curse of the Mark, right? So it's a -5, or are you amplifying it?
No, I'm not amplifying it.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to amplify. I'm already low health. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm not. Alright. First one is 19.
Hits?
Nah.
Second one's just higher than that, so it's 21 or something like that.
Both sword attacks hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You can roll.
I roll the d8s first.
You can roll them both together.
I feel like
1d8,
you know how to play
1d4,
my character
twice.
better than I do.
D6.
Oh,
1d8.
yeah, you're 1d6. So you're
1d8,
right.
1d6.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of numbers.
So that is a 2 and a 4. So, but the Crimson Right is doubled, so that's 8. 8 and 2, so that's 10, and then you gotta add plus 7. So first one's 17. First
17. Well, how much of that is fire?
The fire is 8. 8 of
Okay.
it's fire.
So
8 fire. The rest
9 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
8 points of fire damage.
Yep.
Okay. Dope.
Okay, I'll do one more.
Bringing the pain.
So with slashing damage this time will be 11, and the fire damage will be 6.
Okay. So 11 and 6.
11 and 6.
Dope. You guys are working on this thing already, dude. So you take out your black blade. You guys watch this burning black longsword first slash right across his arm. It like kind of recoils back, and the second one just makes a stab into the chest. The fire from the blade kind of ignites and burns in the areas that it's been hit with. You still have movement if you want to like move away.
I'm not gonna try that.
Okay.
Sneaky.
Marosha, you're up.
Can I tell anything by looking at the creature more closely than what you just said? Just that it's wearing like tattered remnants
Make an
of clothes.
investigation check. Do you want to actually like take time to investigate this, or you just kind of want to see what you're seeing?
Is this going to count like as a bonus?
I would, if you want to do an investigation check, then yeah, it would be a bonus action.
That's fine. Ah. Nine.
This close up, it's very jarring. It's dizzyingly monstrous. Just patches of flesh around exposed bone, like kind of a bony spinal column, kind of like coming out of its back.
It used to be human.
Part of its skull almost looks humanoid in nature. Its hind legs kind of like bent out now. The tattered robes do appear to be like almost like clothing instead of just like random fabrics that it may have caught up. It seems to be tattered clothing.
Okay.
Was
So she'd be like, "Oh, look at the bones." Ah.
Bones.
But when the flash of light went off, she just would have kind of like covered her eyes and under her arms. Oh, son of a bitch! And leaned up against Gaius's back and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
1d8 plus
Your spellcasting nullifier, which is charisma.
4.
You can roll for that.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. It's your healing spell.
Okay, that was a 1d8. Probably better if you did it.
That bounced out. I don't think counts.
It's a 3.
3 plus 4. Yeah.
You get 7 points of health HP back.
Well, thank you. Much needed.
So she's kind
back
of
to 40 now.
So she ducks behind you, and you feel her hand kind of on your shoulder, and you feel this kind of revival of energy. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Rydell, Cage, you're on deck.
I'll destroy everything in front of me. What's the closest thing in front of me?
It's that thing.
I'm gonna destroy it.
It's the only thing in front of you. It's just like taking up the whole alleyway.
Drop the bomb.
All right, go ahead and roll attack.
Nope. Thought it was a 20. That's a 12.
12 plus what?
Good question.
It's the gray box's dead center. He's not used to these character sheets.
A bomb, so it's plus 6.
So 12 plus 6 is 18.
18.
Hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
2 plus 6. 2, 6 plus something. 2, 6 plus 5. 1, 2.
Do you want to infect as well?
Yes. 9 plus 5. 13. 14 plus the infection.
Okay. What infection are you going to try to spread?
Good question. Also, Laughing Death.
Laughing
Charisma
Death
save.
is a charisma.
Charisma save.
That is an 18. I think that
Yeah,
saves.
that probably saves.
Yeah, it's against your spell DC, right? So I think that saves. Second page at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
16. Yeah.
So he's not infected, but he does take. You watch as Rydell throws this bomb and it hits him, and it just starts like burning. It spreads as the bomb explodes, and he starts burning with this kind of alchemical fire.
Guys, come on, let's do the thing! We're gonna lose the thing!
Cage.
I'm gonna step up right directly in front of him,
Yeah.
in his face,
Okay.
so
My
where
man.
he can't even see anything else but me.
Nice.
And
That's what I'm talking about.
I am going to smack him in the jaw with my warhammer.
Get
Go
on.
ahead and roll attack.
19.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
Crack the undead jaw.
12.
12 points of damage.
Bludgeoning.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna hit him again
Do it.
because I can. That is a 11.
Misses.
Misses.
So as you step right in front of him, and like almost you're the only one that could just barely see eye to eye with this hulking figure. You take out your warhammer and you just hit him so hard, square in the jaw, it actually knocks him back a little bit. And because of that, your second blow kind of misses, just barely, because he's like you hit him so hard. Yeah, he kind of went flying a little bit.
And
you have a
as
bonus
my
action.
bonus action, I am going to cast Shield of Faith on my trusty partner here.
Okay.
My man.
It's +2
Plus 2 AC.
AC.
I'm ready.
Dope. All right.
I'm ready.
So after burning and getting pummeled, and this creature looks pissed. Like you can see blood coming from the fleshy parts of its body. The bones kind of cracked in certain places, and it looks down on you, and it immediately just jumps up and goes to make a downward like claw attack onto you, Cage. I keep losing my turn for 20, and that is a 22 to hit.
It's a hit.
I wasn't actually sure. Dope. All right.
I almost cast it on myself.
21?
Yeah,
21.
Yeah.
He has a 21 AC.
I almost cast it on
rolled
myself
five.
too because I was
Jesus.
standing in front of him.
Okay. 5, 3. So you take 16 points of slashing damage as he just slashes down on you.
Yeah, he's dead.
And then he's gonna make another attack on Rin,
What?
which is a natural 16.
Nate, is the
That's gonna
player's
be
guide
a
in that pile of stuff?
26 to hit.
Oh damn!
So
No, it misses.
you take. Oh, that's not good. 9. You take 17 points of slashing damage.
It's just a monster man. Okay, I'll take that.
And then as he's doing this, you see him start to fume, like the blood evaporating from its flesh as this cloudy mist of blood starts soaking from its body.
No problem.
And
Got you.
it's gonna action surge. He's gonna attack again.
Who?
First one is gonna miss. I
Why are
think
you
everybody.
a fighter? Why are you a
Next attack.
fighter?
Next attack, he's gonna he jumps up on the wall, and you see the claws just dig into the wall, and he's gonna make a finger point attack on Rydell. 17.
Yep.
All right.
Even with the +2?
Yeah, he's got a fucking super low. Let's go
15.
14.
That's 18 points of piercing damage.
Jesus, why?
And then as he's dangling and after he hits you, he just starts scaling the wall. He's climbing out of here.
We can't let that happen.
Yeah. And any of you with like ranged attacks would get an opportunity to attack.
I do.
Yep.
I'm
Who's
gonna hold
first?
person.
I do. How far do we have?
I'm gonna.
He's about 15 feet up.
I'm gonna radiant sunbolt him then.
Okay. You were the first to go, so go ahead and roll attack.
Wow. That was a 13.
Misses. So as he's climbing, the first beam just hits against the side of the stone building. You see kind of a singe mark where the radiant sunbolt hits.
I'm gonna do
Can
an
I go
Eldritch
again?
Blast.
Okay.
17.
I'm just knocking
17
everything
hits. Go ahead and
over.
roll damage.
2d10s. 7, and this is 7. 14, and that's Eldritch Blast. I don't know if that's fire. Might be fire Eldritch Blast.
And I think it's necrotic.
Necrotic.
14.
14.
Yeah.
So it kind of slides down a little bit, and it's just trying to grasp it, and it starts. And what are you doing, Cage?
Hold person.
Go ahead. Was that a saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
I'm ready.
Natural 3 with wisdom
He's stuck.
is 5.
He's stuck.
So
he's not going
you see him like
anywhere.
lock up. This is just not
He's
like
paralyzed.
still on
Do
the
you
side
want
of
to
the
talk
wall.
to him, or do you want me to talk to him?
Nobody needs to talk to him.
Here's the thing.
He's paralyzed and he
Somebody
cannot move
should.
until he makes his wisdom saving throw.
He's stuck, and
And
because
that's
he's
only every turn.
and because he no longer has momentum, he's kind of like slowly like clawing downwards. But he's not moving. He's just stuck on the side of the wall.
Listen, I know you don't know me. I got my own story.
Bren, you're up.
I'm gonna fucking. How far is he?
He's about 20 feet up now.
Up
On the wall.
on the wall. Up on the wall. Okay. Up on the wall. So I guess I'm going to. I feel like I can't
Run up that
this.
wall.
Can I?
You're a fucking monk.
Can I
Acrobatics
get this?
check.
Yeah.
Can I get this level? Yeah.
You can try an acrobatics check to try to get up there.
Alright. What is that? D20?
Yep. Pretty sure you're proficient.
Well, that's a natural 20 plus 8.
Nice.
No!
Nice.
All right. What do you want to do?
Jiffy.
What do you want to do when you get up there?
So
Run him
can
down.
I run up there and whack him with my compass and while also dragging him down?
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay.
You can basically do whatever you want to do.
If you want to try to drag him down, that would
Break all
probably
his
be like an
fingers.
additional athletics check.
Okay.
If you want to exchange one of your attacks for that, or you can just run up and hit him a couple times.
Break all of his fucking fingers.
Maybe I'll just run up and attack him a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll use my compass again. So do I have to roll attack too?
Yeah. I think he's paralyzed. You have advantage, right?
Yeah, I think you do with that. Well,
So
Read the spell again.
the spell doesn't say that. It just says.
Or
it's
read up the
paralyzed.
status effect for paralyzed.
Are these characters actually down, or the
No,
minis
I
just
just
fell
knocked
over?
Say
Okay,
just keep going.
that's fine.
I just knocked him over.
What was the first attack?
12.
Natural 12 or 12 plus
No,
whatever?
12 plus 8.
So 20.
So 20.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So that's 2d4 plus 5. So that's a 2. And then this one is a 2, so that's 4 plus 5 is
8.
9.
Oh, 9. Thank you.
4 plus 5 is 9. I think.
Okay. So you have another attack while you're running up there.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you calm down now? What are you doing? Punching people?
Fuck off. And I just wanna, we'll just roll attack again.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's a 9 plus 8.
9 plus 8 is 17.
I see
Hits.
you punching people. Can you not do the thing?
So that's a 2 and a 3.
How do you wanna
which
do
is
this?
5%. Woo! Ooh! I get to kill something?
Wait, what?
First kill.
Okay,
First
first of
kill
all,
of the campaign. Last kill of
what?
the campaign of
Attack,
campaign
yeah,
1.
attack rolls do have advantage.
Okay. Well, she didn't need it.
Yeah.
So
hold on, what? What?
Killed him.
And any hit on the creature is a crit if they're within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Her paralyzed?
Yeah. Any
Damn.
attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
That's overpowerful shit.
That's awesome.
I'm
You
so
better do that a lot.
excited.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
never kill anything. I never kill
how do you want to do it?
Okay, I'm ready.
I don't know.
Get
He's
that
up there. He's on the wall.
I'll say yeah. So as he's like stuck up on the wall, you just like you jump off like a box and you just start wall running upwards like this. Oh, Remus is going back. Good night, Remus.
Oh, I do a buffer.
You start like running diagonally up there and you hit it, boom, boom, with the tompas and you kind of like spin around it. And as you do, you kind of like land on the wall with your momentum, like still sliding, and hit him again, just like right into the gut. As you guys are watching this take place, like 15 feet above you, this display of acrobatics, speed, and power, something happens. Rin, your eyes glow red for just a second as you kill this monster.
Okay, what?
Something it's never happened to you before, but you guys all witness it, and you just like you guys dragged it back down the wall, and you kind of just like land right in front of your group for a second, and then this boom as the creature just lands right behind you. What do you guys want to do?
Sidebar.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sidebar.
What the fucking?
Last
What?
campaign, he was a fucking rogue,
rogue.
and his name was Witness. And his eyes would glow red when he murdered people.
Yeah,
and
first of all, no. Don't care about any of the other. What the?
But we don't know that
What?
characters.
What the fucking? What just happened?
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive display.
Yeah.
We killed him.
The
So we took
entirety
that people-
of my saving that. I mean, like, it's just. What? Okay.
Ray, you gonna say anything? They're all just like staring at you like
I'm
again.
just gonna start walking towards wherever.
No.
Towards the bell tower, yeah.
Nice kill.
Is there still
I
a
want
bell
to check
ringing?
this corpse.
Yeah,
I
we
want
loot
to
the
inspect the
corpse.
corpse.
I don't want to be
Wait,
interested
wait,
in
whoa.
corpses,
That's
yeah.
wait, hold on. You're gonna like remove yourself from.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
walking towards where we were
Bad.
going.
Okay.
She does what she wants.
Okay.
Yeah, check the corpse.
All right, make an investigation check.
What?
That's him.
Okay.
What are you doing?
11.
All right, so you pilfer through the corpse. You notice that some of the cloth that's dangling off this monstrous
What are
being
you
does have
doing?
like pockets.
Are you yelling at me?
Yes.
So you
yes,
find
like really yelling at you.
10
Yes.
gold.
What are
Oh,
you doing?
who's gonna be Gold Dad this campaign.
You're stronger than me. You're stronger than her.
will.
You're stronger than him. What are you doing?
Marosha volunteers. Okay, so you
We
can add 10
need
gold to the
you.
group goal.
We need you.
I'm going to finish the mission.
And you also notice
We need you.
Well,
on
then
one of
let's
its
finish
smaller
up. Let's
claws,
go.
on one of its hand, a gold
We
band.
need you to leave.
That was
I take
10?
Leave?
Huh?
10?
gold.
Yeah.
I
A
don't.
gold like band, like a
Well,
ring.
fuck. I
Take the
wanted to
band.
do that, but I can't do
It's
that.
dead. It's not gonna argue with it. There's also the dead cat, kind
Can
of
you at
laying
least-
behind
I take
it.
the cat.
You take the corpse of the dead cat.
Can you at least
Okay.
like
You can add a dead cat to your inventory when you get a chance.
Halfway?
Yes.
What that's
Um,
supposed to mean.
Are you guys following Rin?
me and you?
I don't do partners.
Except for Bree. Bree's like, yeah, kick its ass. Why can't you do that in the arena?
Sorry, Bree. Stop
Um,
fucking up your toys.
I'm working on it.
Oh no, did she have something break in the
However-
arena?
She's working out the kinks and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys get 10 gold off this monster, a dead cat, and a gold
Dead
ring.
cat?
A gold ring.
I got the gold ring.
And what do you guys want to do?
I never missed
Ren
that
started
whole
walking off
conversation.
towards
We can do
the
this.
bell tower.
Can we heal up, do like a short rest real quick or something?
You can if you
I'm
want.
not resting with
I'm not
Ren
one
walking off. I'm
for it.
following her.
Wait, what?
I'm not one for company.
I like the little warrior.
The angry punchy girl.
It's fair.
Right.
All
That's
right,
fair.
so you guys start following after Rin in the direction of the bell tower, of the Cathedral of Saint Eripo.
We don't know.
Which this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Cage,
Oh boy.
you would recognize the name. He was the first champion of Saito in Lunadio.
I remember.
He dates back to the times when the Folly of Gods were the champions of the line.
Well, I guess I don't recognize that name, but I do.
Well, he was in the PV. He was in the
Yes.
Battle Royale.
Yes,
That was
yes,
his character.
yes.
So you recognize the name.
Yes.
That's about it. As you guys exit this kind of web of alleyways and corridors, you come out to a small clearing just before the cathedral, which again has a smaller gate in front of it. There seems to be a number of like abandoned shops and things like that around this area. Appear to be like kind of prayer rugs placed outside the cathedral, and a small well. If you look on the map, you can actually see the small circular thing outside the cathedral. That's the well. The well it looks like a pretty average well, with the exception that it has a small, like, wooden sign. Kind of.
This one?
Yep, that's the well.
Why
That's,
are we out of the skids?
you're still in the skids.
Oh, this is
Is
all
this
the
whole-
skids.
Yeah, that whole region is the skids. Yeah.
We decided not to walk down the middle.
Yeah, you guys went the back alleyways.
Gotcha.
But now, since Rin was heading basically right towards the cathedral. So you see the well, and it's got this kind of small wooden plaque, like, sitting on it. It says, wishing well. But the, like, wishing is, like, misspelled. It's, like, missing the N, and, like, the G is backwards, and well, like, is missing the second L. It's, like, kind of, like, almost like childlike writing, sitting on the well.
I want to throw a gold coin, flick a gold coin down the well.
Okay. You can,
And I mutter to myself a little wish that no one can hear.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. You watch as this hulking figure. You wouldn't like expect this big dude to be throwing money down wells, but you guys kind of watch as he does. He flicks a gold coin and it starts shimmering as it spins, and then as it enters the well, you're like kind of waiting for the ding of a coin hitting stone, and instead you hear, what that? Ooh.
I get super excited and I go over and I chuck a coin down there too.
So you go down. This time you hear it hit stone, and it goes, ooh. You hear kind of more like this echoey voice.
And I call down there, hello!
Quiet, be quiet.
Oh no.
I can hear you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Throw more gold.
I don't have any more.
Then go away.
No.
Are you hiding?
I like her.
We have more gold if you come up here.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, first of all,
Come out,
make a position-
whoever you are.
What?
Persuasion. 13.
Give a minus.
Oh
one.
yeah, no. 12.
You will come up out of that well now.
Intimidation check.
Does 12 work?
Natural
or
20.
So as you're kind of like trying to persuade it, it's like still quiet, and then Cage's this booming voice just echoes into the well and throughout the skids, and you immediately hear like clawing up the well, and the first thing you guys see is like two kind of greenish hands clap the end of the well with like these long yellowish fingernails. Pokes out a small goblin head, and he kind of looks at all of you. Please, Marco, don't hurt peoples.
What are you doing down the well?
I'm Peebles, master of the well.
What's his name?
Peebles, master of the well.
Are you
How do you
living
spell
down there
that?
or are you hiding from something?
Peebles. This is Peebles as well. Peebles lives in the well, and people offer tribute to Peebles in the form of food and gold. And one time, a candy. Oh, that was a good day for Peebles.
We have a dead cat.
No, we do
Peebles
not.
also accepts dead cats.
You can't have it.
Oh.
Okay. Can Peebles go now? There's someone's lurking.
What things are lurking about?
Scary things.
What do you know about them?
I know they eat people. Peoples wouldn't eat people.
Why are they eating people?
They're bad. They're gross.
Uh-huh.
Mm. Is there a leader to these things?
They don't seem to be. I know there's big ones and smaller ones.
Okay. Do you know about how many?
People's at the same time has seen only 2, but People's is very sneaky.
So one big one, one small one, and you have no information.
I know I've only seen 2. Please don't hurt People's. But they're making more.
You've been very, very helpful, Peoples. Thank you.
Peoples,
Go.
do you have anything you want to trade?
I have, oh yes. I have a few buttons.
Okay,
1 silver button even.
okay,
And I have a piece of chalk.
okay.
And a rock.
What does the rock look like?
It's rock-like. It's shaped like this. It's like too rocky, you know. That's why people's got it, because it's like suspiciously too rocky.
How about I trade you some soap for the silver button?
So
Kind of like tries to announce the word.
I pull out like a little chunk of soap,
What color is it?
like cream colored.
Cream colored?
Yeah.
Okay. So he looks at it and his eyes goes wide for a second. He considers it.
You mix it with water, and it can get you clean.
So he takes out from his pocket this just like kind of an average silver button and puts it in your hand and not just soap and just starts chewing on it. Cream colored, he's gonna think it's food.
That's
So
not
he
food.
you just watch and he looks at you like this kind of bubbly grin, this like fanged, wide goblin grin. He kind of looks at you and he's like, I like soap.
Okay,
well,
it's good trading with
nice
you.
meeting you, Peoples.
come make your donations again, people.
Okay, I don't know what's happening. We'll have a good time.
Master Peoples of the well.
Bad time?
He goes away. He goes back down the well.
I can do the floss. I can do the floss. Do the thing.
I want to walk out to the courtyard right in front of the bell tower.
Okay. You guys.
I'll follow him.
Yeah. So you're standing right in front of the bell tower. The bell tower still ringing. You see the bell up there now, just swaying back and forth.
Very fine.
Let me just see what's ringing the bell.
Wait, that's just you. Yeah,
The rest will follow.
you gotta go
Did
smash
the rest
this.
follow?
Yeah, but I want to do an aside to Gaius.
Okay.
I want that one and that one.
Guys, you just kind of nod. Agreed.
Look, it doesn't matter what you do. I will have you back. It doesn't matter. But I don't know what you're doing or why you're doing this.
This is why we're here. The 200 gold.
2.
I'm gonna stay with you regardless. I know you know
And
that.
we have to figure out what's causing this.
I
The
know.
Cypress.
I know you know this. I will stay there until I die. And I would expect you to do the same.
Let's do it then.
We got
But
this.
not that.
You guys watch as these two people are kind of having this kind of quiet conversation out the front of the cathedral. You guys following?
I just want to walk through them and keep going.
Yeah. So as they're talking, you kind of just push your way right through them, and you
That's rude.
You get to this massive door, kind of ordained with this light sculpt reliefed, like carvings on this like kind of metal door, depicting various scenes that you're probably not too familiar with. Most of them have something to do with Saint Eripo. You see multiple sculptures of what looks like a vulture, kind of like peaked, almost like gargoyles on the ends of this cathedral. You want to open the door?
As I walk through, can I do an investigation check
On the door, or
on the paintings?
oh yeah, make a history check instead,
History, oh
because I'm guessing you want to try to.
11.
Okay,
Yeah, but yes, you're not.
So yeah, the various scenes, they seem to be Eripo being charitable in some way, but Eripo also... You have a question?
Yeah, that guy doesn't exist.
Eripo? Doesn't exist?
Rydell.
What do you mean?
What's his name now?
His name is Rydell.
Who's Eripo?
Eripo is a legend that
Wait,
exists.
what? That's a real life thing?
Yes.
Okay.
That's-
Gotta let me know these
Sorry,
things.
that's why I had you play that character, because he
No,
now
you're
You have
exists.
to let me know
He
these
now exists
things.
in
Yeah.
the lore of this
Oh,
world.
You're
you
like
fuck.
Vanya,
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yes,
got it.
All of their old
It's like a
characters.
couple hundred years in the future.
Yeah.
Shit.
Existed
Okay,
300 years ago.
those are very important things. I
Sorry,
need to
I
know.
thought I could have
Okay.
been more specific.
Okay.
That's not real, guy. You would very well know his name because he was the father of the plague doctors.
The first of his
He was
kind.
basically the first plague doctor. So as Rin, as you're looking, you notice all these various scenes, and you kind of see one of them with him wearing this beaked mask, and you immediately think of Rydell. Like, that's kind of odd that he has this a similar beaked mask.
Super weird.
That's about it with your role. As you guys enter the cathedral, you see kind of this red and purple carpet lining multiple pews, just empty to the sides of you. These, what is it called? Stained glass, like in the windows, with like this kind of artificial light kind of beaming in from the very dim lit lanterns on the outside of the cathedral. Very, very tall on the end, a pulpit. You see emblazoned the symbol of Saito, and you see a statue of Saint Eripo, kind of his arm outstretched with his beak mask, and the vulture sitting on top of his shoulder.
Oh, I could get used to this.
Behind the pulpit itself, what seems to be kind of like a staircase leading upwards towards the bell tower.
Yeah, it's like super weird. You should definitely like look at it all, and you should probably just like, go about your daily business and don't even worry about it. What?
I want to keep walking
Make a
up
perception
towards
check.
the...
Five.
Like worth of value or anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanna
Can
just
I
keep
tell where
Natural
the
20.
Okay, so quite a number of like silver and gold candelabra, quite a number of like what appear to be like expensively like leather-bound books. There's a number of like offering plates that still have probably quite a bit of gold in it.
Snatch it
I
off.
take all of it.
Okay, Cage, how do you feel about that?
I am not happy.
You watch this guy just starts like knocking shit over. He's like taking stuff.
Leave it.
Burn it.
Just one?
No. Those
Burn
were
it.
offered up to my God.
Burn it.
It stays.
No, it doesn't stay. It burns. Burn it. Burn it.
It stays.
Burn it.
Can I see anything that looks like maybe a staircase leading up?
Yeah, there is one I mentioned at the back behind like the pulpit.
Burn it.
I want to
You gonna
grab
read it?
Rin's arm and kind of
Well,
drag
I
her
was
in
gonna
that
say,
Are you gonna
I'm
read
gonna
it?
start walking in that
The
direction.
books?
Okay.
Okay.
So you gotta read
I'm gonna
it.
head there with you.
Burn it.
I
I think
we're both-
it's this way.
Huh?
I think it's this
You
way.
can have the books.
I'll
You
take
leave,
the books.
you leave the
Let's
gold
go.
offerings
Take
You-
the books.
and everything else.
Okay.
You can have the knowledge.
What books do I get?
You get a book called Eripo the Savior.
My
You
mistake.
get a book of what appears to be like a book of psalms, kind of like psalms, like
Psalms.
poems written about the Lord Saito of death. You
So
also
it's all worthless words. This church means nothing. On second thought, you can have all the gold you want.
I will take all the gold as well.
okay. You get.
Psalms.
Are you taking it personally, or are you getting it for the group?
Personally.
Okay.
You go through the offering plates.
If anyone else wants to take it, they can go ahead and get split it.
It's not a whole lot. It's only 16 gold. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
Can
I
we
got-
be
I got
talking-
2 books out of that. You said the
Yeah.
Eripo the Savior and the Psalms.
In the Psalms. Yeah.
Burn the Psalms.
Can we be
Let's look
talking
at
while they're
it.
doing that?
Yeah. What are you guys saying?
So, what's your story?
I'm a monk. I left my monastery, and here we are.
You're like really tough.
Okay.
Do you have like a goal? What are you doing here?
I just really like to fight these days.
Really?
Most of the time.
What would you think of fighting for me?
Why would I fight for you?
Because
beat your
I'm
ass?
looking for fights.
She'd beat your ass.
Well, that's what Bree is here for.
I haven't seen her do anything yet, but I wouldn't say no to her company as well. Perhaps you might be interested in being part of the House Black. It comes with quite a bit of prestige.
Nothing exciting. This is like a thing like where you just like you fight down. Okay, obviously you win, right? Like that's
What is
that's
House Black?
joke, right? You're your joke. It's fine.
It is my family. It's a very old house.
Are you doing a sidebar with just you and Ren? Okay.
What?
So right now you
Yeah.
probably won't even hear this.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, you wouldn't do this.
Yeah. So I don't.
Unless you want to try to like spy
Are
on
you
them.
like? Are you trying to like this?
That natural 20 was awesome for like other things.
It's like I could totally like help you out like with that.
Well, when
But,
is
like
that?
I don't know, because she feels like she can definitely punch you in the face.
Oh yeah.
So what?
This
That's
is
what
the
I
church of.
What do I do with that?
This is
Well, I think you're with them with the money, the coins. So you wouldn't know.
How do I make her not punch you in the face?
This is a
Don't
cathedral
say that.
dedicated to Saint
You're like
Philippo,
super pretty.
the first champion.
Oh,
Do you want some like really cool cranberry drinks?
You're okay with that? Okay.
No. And I want to keep walking towards the
Oh no.
I thought it was the other
It's not
church,
working.
but that's alright. I'm not going to go back
It's
on what
not
I said.
working.
Oh, yeah, this is not the
It's
healing
not
church.
She's
I
not
thought this
listening
was
to
the
either
healing
of
church for a
us.
second. But it's alright. Saito's my boy, so he'll give me all of his
So
gold.
what do?
He doesn't need it.
Bree is going to kind of
What?
speak up here.
My name's Rydell. I think you're super pretty. However, I don't know how to do that. How do I do that?
You want to do that, or you want to do the
No, I
stuff
need to
she
make
does?
sure that she doesn't get her face beaten. We're working on that. What do I do with that thing?
I don't know, cause I kind of want to punch you in the face. So
Me though? See, I can do like a trampoline.
yeah, but I kind of want to do that to everybody. So
Even guidance.
I'm walking up the stairs.
Fair,
All right.
fair.
Paige goes upstairs.
That's why she played
didn't
it.
see anything else in the room
Trampoline
at all.
up.
Huh?
I've been, right?
Yeah, you're up there too.
I'm right behind you.
No,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been.
So Rin first, then
I've been,
Paige.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't really see. I mean, it's
Well, I
it's,
feel
it's
like
mostly
she was kind of following me
evacuated.
at the same time.
Bree's also like, as you guys are moving up the stairs, Bree's like, it's weird to be back in here again. I was actually raised here, I guess. The west wing of the cathedral is an orphanage, so it's kind of where I grew up.
Cool story.
awkward.
Yeah. Anyway.
Fair.
Sorry for looting your childhood.
Eh.
It's my god that you looted.
Apologies.
But it's okay, he doesn't need it.
Okay.
Was it nice growing up here?
It's an orphanage in the skids in Gildan. So
In the church
Yeah.
of the god
Great.
of death.
I have
the Church of the God of
no
Death.
idea what that would be like.
So yeah, a little gloomy.
I like gloomy. My childhood was gloomy.
She then proceeds to follow Rin and Paige, who are making their way up the staircase. Everybody else following?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys go up this kind of spirally staircase for quite a long time. You hear the bell ringing, getting louder and louder and louder. Eventually, as you get to the top.
Am I?
Huh?
Can you pause for 2 seconds?
I can pause. You want to take another quick break?
Yes.
Very, very short.
I get a spell slot back or no?
I'm the
How
worst.
do you-
That's
We
what I'm
didn't
asking.
rest.
How long?
Only you have to have a specific rest.
Okay, long rest or short rest. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, you're new to spell slots. Alright, we're gonna do a quick break.
Fantastic.
If you wanted to do a short rest at some point, I can enhance short rest.
Oh, that's nice.
Does that make it quicker?
Where you get more stuff?
You
like
get an
long
extra dice, an extra die. I want more pie. Do you want a slice of the Boston cream? I can give you a little one.
I'll take a little one, yeah, thank you. please, and thank you. Fucked up, I thought this was the church of fucking whatchamacallit. That's alright. Saito
His
doesn't
lore
need
is
his
very
gold.
deep, so
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's awesome. I just probably would have made him leave the gold, but that's alright. Saito doesn't need it.
Nobody else is there anyway.
No, it's fine. Good. Did you make this?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I've never done Boston cream before. It's one of those things that you get the idea at like 2 o'clock in the morning and you're like, yeah, I gotta do that.
Came out good.
Was he outside?
Yeah, they're all
He
upset.
didn't play the thing. He said every time I kill something, he's gonna play the thing.
Oh, was it? Do you have a music?
No.
What? What thing?
When
Oh,
I
the
fell-
fall down?
Oh.
That was weird.
And what have you guys been up to?
Not a whole lot lately.
No?
Honestly. Between school, sort of back up for her, and then work. Like we only have like 2 days together. It's kind of shitty. I'm thinking about taking a different schedule next year, just because. Although she'll be done in June, so it's like
tough to predict.
it really is. And like, you know, this year I took the mid schedule just because I kind of was forced into it. I wanted the same days off, and one of the guys who retired took my schedule that I had last year. Like a fucking idiot. Like he had the Monday, Tuesday with the mid for the past 15 years, and then this last year he decided to take the Monday, Tuesday without the mid, which is what I had the previous year, and I loved it. It was great. Because if we wanted to go out on the weekends, like, I would just take a couple hours off the front of the shift on the Saturday or Sundays, whatever. It's not a big deal. But now, like, Saturdays are just finished completely because you can't do it. You have to go in for the mid. So Saturday afternoons and nights, like, you can't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fridays, you know, I guess I could still go in late on Saturdays, which I do sometimes, but we still don't go out as much. So I wanna pick something that like gives us a little bit more freedom to go to dinner or happy hour or something, spend some more time together. It's been kind of tough. So I might even take different days like next year. I'm not sure. You gotta see what's available. Like I passed up a lot of good schedules to keep Monday, Tuesday. There was a Saturday, Sunday without the mid. But then your overtime shift is either Saturday night or Sunday night.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Because Saturday nights is like fucking 4 people. Like he does it, you know, they all do it, but they're also the most junior guys. So like,
Which is like it's good and bad because like they're
it's
the
a
closest to
it's a
having
cool
just done
crew,
training.
You know, it's like it's not so bad if you're gonna be stuck there with 5 people. If I'm there with Matt and Nate and fucking Zach and somebody else, like honestly, I wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, it sucks, but like at least you're having fun.
Yes, having a good crew makes a
Zach.
huge difference.
Zach's
Zach from Zach and Brittany.
Dude, you know.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah, handsome guy.
Handsome guy.
He helped move the hot tub.
There were like 10 people there.
Dark hair, medium height.
Kind of
fit.
Yeah, he's definitely fit. Yeah, he's a real fit dude.
No, actually, the only person I really remember from moving the hot
What's
tub that
his
I
wife's
didn't
name?
know
Brittany.
was Matt.
Brittany.
Because I was like,
Zach and Brittany.
I really don't know Zach very well at all, but I got to know
He's
Brittany
a
a
nice
little
guy.
bit.
He's nice, and she seems really nice. I don't know her very well.
They've got 2 kids?
Do they?
I know they've got at least 1 daughter. I thought they had 2 kids
They
though.
might have 2 by now. But
I
they're
think
both
I'm
really
actually friends
nice.
with her on Facebook. I like met her once at a Christmas party like over a year ago. And I keep wanting to do like a mixer for like all of my female friends because I've got like friends that have kids, that are about to have kids, that just got married, that are getting married, like the full gambit.
The full spectrum
Yeah.
of life, like events.
Yeah. So I'm like, I know people could
Your drunk
crisscross.
friends that are here that
Yeah,
are just
yeah. A little bit of everybody. So like I know I could get people together. And it's not easy making friends as an adult. Like you
No,
really
it's
have to
not.
have an excuse. So I'm like, if I just get all of my girlfriends together whoever clicks, and that's great.
Right, and then you can hang out, and that's that.
Yeah.
It's true. It's tough. Like I have friends that I grew up with. I've been friends my entire lives. I don't see.
Yeah.
Like every time I see my buddy Mike, like he's always complaining. He's like, bro, we drifted so far forward. He's such like
Where does he live?
he moved out to Mauritius, Center Mauritius now.
Ah.
He was in like East Patchogue / Belport, right on the border there.
Almost all of my college friends are in California, Texas, or Florida.
Yeah, it's
My
tough.
high school friends are in Connecticut, Florida, and Arizona, I think. Yeah, that's why, like, my sister makes fun of me for still having Facebook and still being fairly
Yeah, but
active on it.
otherwise
I'm like,
you
that's the
wouldn't
only
do
way,
it.
like,
Yeah.
that was my generation. Like, we were the Facebook kids. This is where
Yes.
all of the people that are having
and
kids
you're
and things.
keeping in touch with them.
Yeah, I
It's the only
can't.
way.
Yeah, I don't want to leave
Unless
it
you're
for that.
Snapchatting with them.
Hate Snapchat.
I don't know.
My boss is trying to get me to use TikTok,
I just
and I
have
keep
snaps
saying
of
no.
Winnie.
What's TikTok?
It's basically Vine.
Right?
Yeah,
A
it's
social
the
Vine?
super short video clips. Yeah, and it's really for kids that want to be famous. Like that's it. It's stupid. You can add music
It's like
to
Vine
it.
was. Kids that want to be famous.
Yeah.
It's like a MySpace page.
Can we clear some
Not
room
here.
on the table?
No.
Yeah.
Chris,
How much room do you need?
for this big old
We
thing?
gotta move the olives. And we gotta move those Triscuits. Gotta move some of them dice.
You probably put the Triscuits on this plate now.
Yeah, they'll fit right
You
on
could
there.
probably get a couple of biscuits. What are you looking for?
You need that little. We gotta move that. Oh, I can't hold yours.
That's mine.
Alright, fine.
I sleep next to you. I think if I was gonna get sick, I would have been sick.
I don't think it's contagious. Beer? We gotta show pumpkins.
I'm good.
Have a pumpkin beer.
They're pretty tasty.
God, do I look
Something I
like
wanted
here?
to tell you, but I don't remember what it is.
Everyone looks like they need a beer when you know
Well,
me.
you gotta drive to
If you think about it, let me know. Okay.
Okay is right.
Okay, sorry. I
I'm
just
gonna
wanted
roleplay
you
the
to
shit
be
out of
here
this.
when we are.
Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah.
We're still
No,
good.
I did. No, that's
Oh, you
why.
did?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
you're
why
right.
I
I'm
was
ready.
like, wait.
If you want a bite of this cake, it's
And did you want a marching order?
Yes, thank you.
Because I think it would be Rin would be first. I was next to her, but then I fell back to talk to
A
Rydell.
little bit.
Rin Cage.
Rin, Cage, Bari, Marosha, Gaius, Rydell. I'd say
Are you
that's
all of a sudden
probably
interested
pretty
in me?
accurate.
Took
Yeah.
3.5 years?
Huh?
Are you sure we need to fight this? Are you sure we need to fight this?
We need to find out what it is. All we were
200 gold.
we were charged with reporting. 200 gold is pretty good.
Gaius needs a shield.
So you guys just, Rin, as you get to the top of the stairs, you kind of slow your pacing a little bit as the bell.
I got it.
Tinkle. Boyle needs to tinkle.
It's a lot of pee.
That is a ton of pee.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
You don't want him peeing on
He
the
pees
floor.
out of Winnie. That's
So as you get
I don't know how much they own for.
to the top of,
Yeah, pees a lot.
A lot, but outside.
make sure you guys.
not ready.
Is that right?
Not ready.
Okay.
I'm only at a 9, not at a 10 yet. I'm only at
Your weight slows at an 11.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
He's figured out that if I have food and I'm downstairs, that if he pretends he has to go outside, I might abandon it and then he can steal it.
Smart Boyle.
Oh, yeah.
So, at the top of the stairs, you peer over this kind of walkway to the stone floor of the bell tower. First thing you see is these two large feet kind of standing next to a swaying bell. And as you, what's that?
How large are these feet?
Too large for a human, much too large. And kind of like the toes are like jutting out of this like leathery fabric. Sharp bone-like toenails kind of jutting out. You see the hinged leg and the upright hulking figure. This time, one of its shoulders is like massively bulbous, almost like mutated to a point of of like dangerous mutation, and it is just pulling this rope that's just ringing the bell like one-handed with this massive claw. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Everyone?
Hold up.
Just Rin, she's at the top.
Shit. Hold on.
You can go top. It's like a, what is it? Arch.
22.
Hold on.
She can try.
Or
22?
Celestial elemental, like fiend or.
Hold on. Perception is wisdom confirmed.
I can do that, yeah.
Confirm.
19, he does not see you yet. So yeah, it's just still ringing this bell. It's a similar creature to what you fought before, just much bigger.
Ain't no thing.
It does not see you yet. As
Can
you're like,
I roll for perception? Can I just like try and figure out what's going on?
you can kind of see.
Alright,
It's just an
so-
empty bell tower. It's probably, we're gonna use that same square for a little while at least, and then it's just ringing the bell. You're not sure if it's like out of habit or if it's intelligently doing so for a reason. You're not really sure. You can't really determine.
And our job was just to see what was going on.
Yeah. You can turn back now if you really wanted to.
I'll start going back down the stairs.
She's the only one that saw it, right?
Yeah.
Could she tell if it was like a fae, fiend, celestial, any of that stuff?
Do you want to try to tell?
I can try and tell. I don't know what I need
Make
to
an
roll.
insight.
Before she does that, can I tap her on the shoulder and say, "What did you see?" and cast Enhance Ability and give her Owl's Wisdom, which gives her advantage on wisdom checks?
Yeah.
Nice.
Is wisdom insight?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes, it
go ahead
is.
and roll insight at advantage.
Nice.
Okay, good thing. Good thing.
That was a 3, so 7 plus 4 is 11.
Yeah, you have no idea what this thing is,
Alright.
but you know it's similar to the one that you killed before.
But bigger.
Yeah.
a
So
little more
you see
deformed.
it and you just start turning back, and everybody's kind of looking at you like, "What was it? What you see?"
What we saw. Just bigger.
What we saw
How much,
out
yeah,
on
how
the.
much bigger? Is it worth 200 gold bigger, or like?
Gold doesn't really matter to me. We were told to report.
I like these people.
Well, we did they say we had to kill it? I don't know what they said.
Not
No.
technically. They just said report.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at the rope.
Go ahead and roll that.
You're not Archer anymore.
What rope?
Oh, that's right.
You're
Well,
not Archer.
well.
Well, he's got his
I'm
own.
lawful neutral.
Yeah, he has his own laws that
Do
he abides
I
by.
see him?
You
And
turn
these are
away.
these are abominations. There's no half living, half dead. Like
Yeah.
I take
And
major offense to
honestly,
these
your
creations.
mission wouldn't have just been to
No.
report. Like this, your mission would have been to extinguish.
I have my own prerogatives here, and I cannot abide by half dead things. You either are dead and go to my god, or you stay living.
Go ahead and roll attack.
17.
17, and you're just hitting the rope.
Just a rope.
Yeah. So as it's just kind of sitting there, just yoinking, and pulls down just a limp rope for a second as the javelin pierces the rope and inside one of the wooden planks in this bell tower. The ringing slowly starts to fade, and this hulking creature just kind of slowly turns from the direction the javelin is thrown. Hey, let's roll initiative. You guys are in a terrible spot.
Yep.
This fucking walkway staircase.
Yep.
No, I'm fine.
Nope.
21.
9.
We're all really bad with this initiative.
Wink.
20 to 25? You at 21?
Yeah. It's not good. I don't want to go first.
20.
Gaius. Then Rydell. 15 to 20? 10 to 15?
12.
Marosha. 5 to 10?
9.
Rin. And
3.
3 for Cage.
But I'm in front of everybody.
Yeah, how's the
Yes,
order? What's
you
the
are.
order?
Where did Bree?
Breeze, it doesn't matter. You're in
So,
combat.
so these two are up front.
I would say it would
Guy,
be
or
Cage and Marosha and Ren.
Which
and
one's
then-
Marosha? Is this Marosha?
Yeah, I'd have to be right behind
So
Rick.
these two are right there.
Yeah, and then Gaius and Rydell.
Right now.
And you guys are bottlenecked in there.
And he's first. Archer.
Yeah.
They're not archer
he's
guys.
like the only one that's like
Cage.
easily visible. So, I rolled better than everybody.
Naturally.
So this hulking creature is going to go first. First thing it's going to do is it's going to raise one of its claws. Go ahead.
Did we rest? Are we
Nope.
not? No, okay.
Nobody wanted to rest.
Well,
I
sorry.
kind of brought it up, but no one else wanted it.
That's true.
You were the only one that had been hit. Well,
I did
Archer.
get it, but we're good.
Cage in the head, too. That's
Just curious.
So it's going to, it extends one of its claws and it's going to make an attack onto Cage. 18 does not hit, right?
No.
Fuck. So you see the claw just go right past you, like into the wall behind you. It kind of like dents the stone, and then it retracts. And then it's going to make a second attack onto you. Ooh, that one's definitely gonna hit. 27.
Just barely.
Yeah. You take 21 points of piercing damage.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Oh no is right. It's gonna move maybe slightly closer to you, but first it looks up and this massive bell that's been ringing, it jumps up slightly and it like grabs it by the pivot of the bell and it just slams it on the ground twice. Boom! Boom! And it starts dragging the bell towards you guys. Guys, you're up.
Well, I'm going to cast.
Rydell, you're on the
Ready.
deck. Yeah.
So this is kind of. I'm gonna cast. How close is he to us?
He's like 10 feet from you. From
And
the
he
stairway.
can reach us obviously with his attack. He already kind of did it.
Yeah, you saw the finger just extend right past.
All right, I'm going to cast the mark on him, the blood curse of mark, and then I'm going to use one of my spell slots to, because I have one left. Then I cast, how was it? The protection from good and evil on Cage.
Okay.
So
Protection against what?
it's protection against. So it's aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Okay.
Oh,
And
that
it has
does seem
disadvantage on
It
attack
has
rolls
disadvantage on attack rolls
against Cage.
against Cage
And if it's one of those.
if it's one of those.
And anything else? I think also you can't be frightened or charmed by it.
Right.
Okay, so that's your
And
action.
that's my action. I'm going to use my cantrip as my other action.
You don't have another action.
I have 2 actions.
No, you don't. Nobody has 2 actions. You have 1 action. You have extra attack, so when you take the attack action, you get 2 attacks. But that's your action.
Okay, so then that's
That's your turn,
That's
unless
it.
you want to move.
I mean, I'm far enough back. I'm pretty much
Yeah.
right. I mean, is this over here? Is that farther away?
Well, you're still in the stairway, so technically to get out, you would have to run past Cage to get like into an open area. Or go-
how open would the area be? Like that's what I'm trying
it's
to say.
pretty small. It's a bell tower, so it's like a 20 by 20 room. This is
I think I'll just stay.
This
I
is-
think I'll
yeah.
just kind of walk down the stairs a little bit and stay in the back. a
this is
little
30 by 30, so yeah, it's pretty close.
bit. All right. I'll
So
just
that's
stay
it.
as far back as from everyone.
Okay. Rydell, you're up.
Ready. In. Run in.
Use some.
Past all that right to them.
More than 1 key point.
You're gonna run up to the monster.
Immediately. Yes.
this
All
one?
right, do it.
Hey, baby.
This one?
Yeah.
Good night. I'll text you on my way home, alright? Everyone says hello.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rich.
Miss you.
I'm using your monkness.
Yep. Everyone says hello. I don't know. Maybe
All right.
probably done in like an hour.
What are you doing, Rydell?
All right.
Natural 20.
Love you too.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Bomb that shicker.
Yep.
Do it up.
So that's immediately 2d6, and then I do 2d6. Are we
You double after you roll damage and add your modifier. You double it.
Okay. Hold. Brothers hold. Five.
How far to go?
I feel weird without spells.
Yeah.
Right?
Weird what?
Without spells.
Get wrecked.
I have a pile of cards.
Yeah. I got cards for me, and then I was like, oh, who else do I need to get cards for? Everybody else that has spells, it's like homebrew and like
Yeah.
unusual.
I mean,
so
there probably is this paladin card. Deck,
might
but-
be. Yeah, I think there is actually.
Can you
use
lay
the
a
druid
hands
card,
yourself?
Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Can I say based on my turn
Did you
that
drop
if
more
I
than one?
knew that cantrip or
Yes.
that spell was going to cost me that,
What
I
are you
would have done a
missing?
different bonus action.
Well, it's a learning curve.
Okay.
That's why
It would
we-
be a
we learn.
D6. And
Please,
that's
if I
You
knew
did what
half
you
the
did.
things I knew.
You did what you did. You learned from it. It's not a big deal. How we doing? What happened?
lost D6.
Do you need it at the moment?
I mean, eventually.
Okay. Then we will keep looking and.
Yeah, you go ahead and roll. We'll find it.
What color is it?
Green?
Green. Do you want a light? Lights help find lots of things.
First roll was a 5
5-1.
into 1. So plus your modifier.
Ow. Five.
I think it must have been under the chairs, Jen. So what do you add to that? 2d6 plus what?
Plus 5.
So 15 total?
Yeah.
Doubled is 30. Also, do you want to infect it?
If it's dead. Yep.
What do you want to infect it with?
Aha.
Get him. Get him.
Laughing death.
Laughing death.
Charisma.
Okay. He's going to do a charisma saving throw. I think he saves 19.
Yep.
All right. So he's not infected, but he does take 30 points of fucking damage.
Which is solid.
That's really fucking solid.
I'll take it.
So you just run up to him and you just kind of like you tap a bomb into the air and you just hurl it at him like right in his chest and it explodes all across his massive torso. The big fleshy part on his shoulder just starts burning with this alchemical fire. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, they both. Yeah. I'm good.
Marosha, you're up, and Rin, you're on deck.
So
I think
he's
more than one key.
on fire.
Yeah.
So I can do like.
He's not on fire, but he's
Otherwise, you
burned,
guys do
from this
60
fiery
points.
blast.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pretty sure.
You have
Yeah.
the most money out of all of us here.
Make that, please.
I don't want to do that now. Sorry, guys.
Just sing.
I guess I will cast Vicious Mockery and say, your face looks weird.
Okay.
Get him, sick burn.
Nice.
Gonna need to burn.
You have to do a wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw? Natural 2. So 4.
Yeah. So 1d4 psychic damage, and you have a disadvantage on the next attack roll before the end of
Damn.
your turn.
Nah, he's dead.
That's 3.
3 damage.
Do I add anything to that?
Spell modifier.
Yeah,
Your
there's a
charisma modifier, maybe?
Hold on.
I can look at
No,
that.
next one. Wait, no. Who did this to you, Matt? Bastard.
That's an action, Vicious Mockery?
Yeah.
What's that?
Let me see, Vicious Mockery on. Is that a spell?
It is a cantrip.
Oh, nice. There it is. 1d4 second damage.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't add anything to it.
Yeah, it doesn't specifically
Well,
say
no, but
to add
she should still
anything
do
to it.
some damage.
1d4.
Yeah, 1d4.
Right, she did 0.
No, I did 3.
You did hit. You didn't do damage.
No, I don't have to hit. He has to save.
I have to say.
Okay,
So it's
you
automatically
save,
3.
So it's now a 1d4 plus something?
Nope,
No,
just
one.
1d4.
Just 1d4.
And he has
It's
disadvantage.
more about the effect, I think, than
Yeah.
the damage.
Yeah.
And let's see. I'm going to look at Rin and say, "Fuck him up!" and give her some bardic inspiration.
Ooh, nice. Sweet. Yeah, Rin's up next, so.
Alright.
So, you gain a d6 inspiration die to use on your next roll.
Yep.
Cool. So does that
Your
mean
next.
somebody-
It's an ability check,
You get a
attack,
1d8.
or save.
At your level, it's 1d8, Jen.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, you're right.
So, yeah, your next attack roll or saving throw, you get an additional 1d8 on top of your normal d20 attack. And it is your turn.
Cool. So how far away is this one?
Cage, you're on deck. He's like 10 feet up the stairs and then like 10 feet in.
So like 20 feet away.
Yep.
So I guess I am. I'll run up to him, and I can use more than one key point on a turn, right? Or no?
Yes, you
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, right. So if I like start just throwing all my key points, I have all sorts of fun things to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. So I'm
You,
gonna run
you
up.
could throw like 8.
Well,
yeah.
let's not do that, but maybe. I don't know.
There's a maximum per level, but I'm not sure what it is. I think
Alright,
since
I
you've
mean-
already, I think it's like at least. I think
I
it's
think
3.
it's more than 3. It's either 3 or
It
4.
depends on the level.
All right. I'm not gonna go that crazy, but I was just curious. So I'm gonna run up 20 feet to this guy and use my Tomfas again.
Okay.
So on this attack, then I have
Advantage on.
advantage.
Go ahead and roll attack.
This is my d20. So that's 7, and then I can
Plus.
add 8, which was
Reroll.
just my. So I can
Reroll.
just reroll it. Okay.
Yeah, advantage means for all types. That's enough.
16.
16 plus 8. So
That's
nine.
enough.
Yep. You don't even need the bardic inspiration.
Okay, so then I.
You have it for.
She can use that whenever she wants.
She's got it for
to.
10 minutes, so she can use it
Okay,
later.
so then I'll do 2d4 plus 5 damage, bludgeoning damage, whatever that is, for that one. So that's 3
3.
and 4
So
plus
4.
5 is 9.
9.
And then
name?
I have another leg strike,
Nate,
right?
what's your name?
You have another.
Yes.
You can do another Tonfa attack.
Yeah, I'm
Spell
gonna do
that.
that again. So
Go ahead and roll attack. This time you don't have an
Yeah,
advantage, but you still have your bardic inspiration should you need.
Well, that was a 4, so yeah, so I'll use
J-I-U-S.
So 4 plus what?
Yes.
4 plus 8.
The max would be
Is
11.
12.
12.
Okay, so now you can roll a d8 to see if you can hit it.
12 plus a d8, which is which one?
The pyramid.
Marosha.
Not pyramid one. The yellow one. Yeah.
That's it.
The diamond one.
That's a good sign.
That's getting annoying.
One.
Lie down.
Ah, yep. So not quite enough.
Alright,
so it's 13 total.
Yep.
Yeah. So your
She's
second
right in
attack.
your cage.
Your second
and
attack
then
misses. You
Is
want to use
free.
a key point as a bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the key point. Can I do? I'll do
No,
that.
you never know.
The sunblast again.
Okay.
No.
Twice, yeah. So
Yep.
the key point.
Yep. 1 key point. You get 2 attacks with those.
All right.
Go ahead and roll
so
attack.
I like those. So that's a 6 plus 8 is
14.
14.
Just misses. Well,
Naturally.
not just misses, but misses.
Does it make a
That's like
sound?
16
Or I
plus
mean,
8.
sorry, does it like go off but
yeah,
doesn't work?
She still shoots it. She just misses it. Yeah.
So it's probably me shouting that freaks her out because it hurts my
Well,
eyes.
also like you're in this you're kind of in
Yeah,
this
we're
small
in a really
space.
tight
Yeah.
space. So then that's
16
that's
is 24.
24. So
Definitely
that'll
hits.
hit. So then
Go ahead and roll
that's,
damage on your second radiant blast.
Get him.
so that's 3 plus 5
8.
is 8, and then So what is this stunning strike?
Is the description in there?
It says when you hit with a melee attack, you can spend 1 key point to make the target stunned until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, it just basically means it can't move until the end of,
So I can use a key point to do that.
Yeah.
So you have to make a Constitution saving throw then.
Okay.
And I'll spend a key point to do that.
I rolled a natural 16.
That'll do.
18.
That'll do.
So,
No, 19. Sorry.
That'll do.
So he
It's gonna be like 13 or 12.
Your DC
Wait,
saves
should
on
be
your
on there.
second page. At the top in the middle, probably.
It's gonna be like 13 or 12.
Did he grab
I
the
don't
18,
remember where
18 19 is
No.
way
Turn the
Right
page
there.
again. He put it in there.
Oh, 15. 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
he saves.
Fair enough.
Is that end your turn?
I feel like I'm very close, but I don't want an attack of opportunity, but I feel like I already have one.
Oh shit.
You know what? Hold on.
I cannot lay on hands myself.
Really?
The feature has no effect on undead or constructs.
Damn.
I think you just gave away a little of your backstory.
That's alright.
We just
You're
best
right.
friends. We just best friends. I'm ready.
But everything else with your class race combo is super OP. So I
Yeah.
think if that's the worst part of it, that's not too bad.
So I'm just gonna use one more Step of the Wind, and it's
You're
one
looking
key
for
point.
Okay.
To
Whoa.
take disengage or dash action. So I'm gonna
But to leave?
I guess disengage, and
Okay.
I use the rest of my movement to back up.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna disengage, and I'm gonna go as far as I can. So I'm at 20 feet,
Yeah,
so
you
I
can
can
go
go
another
another
20
20. So I'm gonna go 20 feet back and disengage, and
Dope.
just keep moving to it. Yeah.
Paige, you're up.
Get him, Cage.
Can I use this on myself, or is it just the last feature?
What?
Here, read this. Let me know what you think of that.
Hit
Put it on
him.
hands?
Hit him.
Yeah,
Crit.
it's right there.
Then do the smite. That's what it does. Whoa.
Sound like Shelly.
Do you not know what that is?
Where does it say?
Real
Just
The
you're
last
not
sentence. This
aware of
effect.
how
I
to
think
play
it's.
this
Is it the
game at
last
all.
part or is it
So
the whole spell?
smite for paladins.
Oh,
like,
oh, I
triggering
see.
disease and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But if you crit,
You know, I think it's the
you
diseases
can
that it's
decide
talking about.
after
Yes,
you
that's
crit.
just that one
to
effect.
smite.
You can still do
Okay.
the basic healing.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, I'm fine.
Yeah, I could do 40 damage.
Remember, he's got disadvantage
Wait,
on
I
you,
crit?
too.
Okay, now I'm
Yeah.
gonna do 90.
Okay.
If he's one of
Yeah,
those
I
things.
don't really know.
He
Yeah.
seems undead to me.
I'm a nerd.
Definitely seems like
I
It definitely seems
am
like it.
trying. Very behind.
It's just so awesome.
I'm gonna hit him to start with.
Crit first, then smite.
Well, that would be nice.
Now you know.
Remus wants to help.
20, not 20.
Wait, was Shelly
Well,
probably?
So not 20. It's a not to.
Okay.
Don't look at it.
12
Okay.
total?
12 to hit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
this is-
12 total to hit?
Shelly was a cleric last time.
There's
No way.
It's a little
And
different.
then,
It's
alright.
But
more.
she could still spite, right?
What about
I think so. Yeah, it's more a specific
What again?
healer acolyte race.
11. Okay, that's not gonna happen.
Yep.
Garbage.
You still have a bonus
My
action.
bonus. I'm gonna cast. I'm going to cast on myself
Oh, fuck.
Shield of Faith.
On yourself?
Correct.
Holy shit. Okay. So that's plus 2 AC?
It is.
Alright. Is that
So
is
this-
that a bonus action spell?
It
Oh, no.
is.
So are you up on him right now?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
moved up on
Yeah.
him to attack him. Alright.
I think
It
that
is
should be
now his turn, and he's going to take this massive bell that he's dragging and just raise it up. You see it like it starts wrecking the planks above him, like the beams, like carrying the weight of this fucking tower. Just starts splintering the wood, this massive bell, and he's gonna bring it down right on top of Cage.
No.
First one is a 23. He's at
At
Disadvantage.
disadvantage because of Nate's spell. Second one's a 13.
Miss.
Nice.
So as he's bringing this massive bell down to the ground, you just kind of like sidestep it just a little bit.
The next one I'll take. Go.
Yeah, you're right there.
I'm
He's
ready.
gonna. So you sidestep it. You see this like massive hole in the wooded planks, like not massive, but probably like a good 1.5 from where the bell hit the floor. Second time he's gonna swing it around onto you, Rydell.
I'm ready.
22. I don't think you rolled.
Yep.
See you in the fight. So second one hits. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh no, I'm dropping that.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure that's an 8. No, it's
Nate?
not.
What?
That's an 8, I said.
Oh, I think you said Nate.
I heard Nate
I
too.
definitely heard Nate.
So you take 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm good.
Damn.
As this bell smashes down on you, and
No
then
worries. No.
he's going to take his other hand and right towards Moroshi he's going to point, and his finger extendy move
I'm ready.
is a 16.
To hit?
Yeah.
It hits.
Yeah. You take
Too happy about that.
13 points of piercing damage as his finger just slides right into your shoulder and just like retracts back into him.
Scorpion.
That's a real jerk.
And then he's gonna turn around with the bell still in hand, still clutching, and he starts clawing up the rafters a little bit. Cage and Rydell both get an attack of opportunity. And yeah.
Okay, I'm missing my dice. Wait, nope. Here's one. Here's 2. I'll roll that one. I have 3 other sets of dice. Where are they?
You
I
lent
have
one
one.
to me.
Natty 17.
That's gonna hit.
You're
You're gonna hit him with a bomb, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to channel divinity and say, Saito, let me send this one to you in your honor.
Dope. What are you
Nice.
doing with your channel?
I'm going to do a guided strike
Jose.
There
With
it
branding
is. Plus
smite.
10 to hit
with a branding smite.
with the branding smite spell.
Correct.
Yeah.
Here we
That's a
go.
good one.
28.
That's
Got
gonna
him.
hit.
Got him.
Go ahead and roll damage with your branding smite.
Alright, here we go. Hang on a sec. I need the cards. I have to go buy the cards. Here we go.
I just like screen cap all the spells and
Yeah.
so I can scroll through them.
Alright, here we go. 5 plus 8 is 13 plus 2d6.
1.
13 and 3 is 18. 21 points.
21 points. So some of that's bludgeoning and some of that's radiant. With the branding
Yeah,
smite.
about 7 of it was radiant.
Okay.
And don't you get damaged?
Eventually. I'm waiting. We only.
So as he starts clawing up, you hit him once with the hammer. Boom! You hit him square like in the hip, and it sends him like spiraling across the wall, splintering more of these like support beams and shit. He hits hard against the wall, and you all just witness this blast of radiant light kind of fill the tower for just a second. Like if anybody was watching from like outside the skids, they would just be seeing this room light up. And as he's like flying across, he hits the wall. Go ahead and you make your attack as well.
Alright, so this is like the end of that guy.
That's what you think.
Well, it's I would guess like a 2-handed hammer of my own, and I'd be like, just leave us alone, and just
Where'd you get a hammer from?
swinging, right? What am I? What? Oh, that's scalpel.
You have a scalpel.
Scalpel.
Cut his ass.
Yeah. That's it. I'm flailing.
Scalpels are fun.
Yeah, I'm flailing. I'm like done, but I'm flailing. But I will take a swing with the
Go ahead and roll attack.
well,
But you already
it
did roll
was a
attack.
natural
You just never rolled
17.
damage.
Oh,
I
natural
didn't
17.
roll-
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
good.
roll
Yeah, go ahead and
damage.
roll damage. It's 1d4 plus.
6 apparently. Jesus. Yeah, D4 plus.
Your
3?
scalpel's
Jesus
plus 6?
Christ, yeah.
Okay.
It's
what
a
it says.
plus 6 to hit, and it's D4 plus 3.
Oh, so it's 1d4 plus 3. That's the damage. 1d4 plus 3.
Jesus.
Scalpel him.
Scalpel his ass.
Take off one of those fingernails.
Oh.
6.
6 points of damage?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so as he's like flying by, you just kind of scalpel you with your very sharp scalpel. You kind of carve into one of his like more fleshy parts of his body. And Gaius, you're up.
Is he?
Rydell, you're on.
So where is he now? He is on. Is he on the?
Yeah,
is
he's
he back on the ground.
He's still back on the ground now. Yeah.
All right. So I move over, and I guess to the side here, I will do the blood curse of the marked.
Okay.
And then I will try to attack him with the black sword here.
Get him.
Get him with, obviously the crimson right. Whatever.
Obvi.
That
Dan,
is
could you turn that camera slightly this way? Perfect.
Fine with it. My bad.
17.
Okay. 17 to hit.
Yeah.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, I gotta do my other one too.
This guy's a bitch.
What?
Put him at
I'm gonna roll
17.
my other attacks.
Yeah, go ahead. You can do both of them.
Do both. So that one's a hit too.
Okay.
That's a 20. And I'll just roll the d8s first. 8 and a 5, so plus 7 to both of those, so 15 and 12. So that's 15 and 12, so that's 27 points of blood of
27? Damn.
Well, I rolled an 8. Wait, yeah, that's 2 attacks. That's just, and then I got to roll the crimson right damage.
Yeah.
Crimson right now. 3 and a 5, so that's 16 points of fire with the crimson right because it's doubled.
Whew. Okay. So yeah, you take slash it across. You see the fire from your sword ignite. 16 points of additional damage. You're good to go. And it's not looking so good. This figure is like, it's like clawing frantically, like on the ground. It's like burning in some places. It's bleeding from a tiny scalpel wound.
Got him.
It's fucked up. It's like some of its bones are like fractured from where you hit it with the hammer. It's like clawing frantically. Marosha, you're up.
Alright. So since I got hit, it like split my lip and I'm just like, and I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
And whisper, Higanella Krista. And it has to do a wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw.
What do you mean you're 12?
So that's a fail. So he takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage first.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
He might be dead. Does that mean he has to jump off the building as far as...
6.
How do you want to do this?
It's psychic damage. So how would psychic damage really work?
You could do different types of, like...
Is it... It's, you said it's
him,
climbing?
Like, really scared or like panicked or...
I want it to like hurt its brain, like a pulsing.
Okay,
Nice.
so then you just watch as you whisper this incantation and the dissonant whispers effects. You guys watch as it just starts screeching really fucking loud, and its massive claws on top of its head. It starts like peeling away its own flesh, like digging into its claw, like desperately trying to bore out whatever's in its brain, making this pain. And it just keeps doing it to the point where it just collapses dead.
Holy shit.
While it's doing that, I'm not
It
really paying
fucking killed
attention. I'm
itself?
pulling out a mirror, trying to figure out like how bad the face is.
You guys watch as this creature
Hey, you did
collapses.
good. You did good.
I
You did
know.
good. You did the thing.
The massive
You did
bell
what the
still
fucking-
sitting
what
on the
Hey,
ground.
you ain't know.
Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
How do you do that?
What the
The 20, I would guess.
building's gonna collapse?
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
19.
5.
Natty 19.
I'm just that elegant.
25.
25. 5.
Natty 19.
19.
Niner.
Niner. Alright,
Heavy.
so
I'm real heavy.
Cage and Gaius, the first thing you guys feel is, all of you feel this kind of like rumbling beneath your feet. And then Cage and Rydell, both of you will get knocked prone when the ground below you just starts shaking violently. Everybody else.
Cage and Rydell.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry,
no way.
Cage and
No
Gaius.
way.
Thank you. It's gonna take me a minute to get
Okay.
used to the
Well, I'm gonna
names.
get him immediately. Immediately, I'm gonna get
Is there
him.
anything in that?
No.
If he's gonna fall, fucking any kind of prone.
Well,
like
he's still on the floor. He's not falling yet.
I got a 90-19. He's not going down. I got that. I got that motherfucking
He's
robot.
pretty
I
heavy.
got him. I got
He
him.
looks heavy.
Yeah. So
His head didn't
you
smash
guys
on the
watch
floor,
as
but he's
as
still
you three
down.
brace yourself, Cage and Rydell. You guys like stumble over and you guys hit the wooden planks below your feet, just in time to see the dim light that's filtering through the windows of this bell tower start to just blink, as if something's blocking the light. And then you guys all get a look at a similar creature, but probably 3 times the size of the one you just fought. And it's scaling the outside of the bell tower, and it reaches in an arm. You just see this large scale, like the arm barely fits in the bell tower itself. And it grabs the bell, and it just starts swaying frantically. It's going to make an attack on... Hell, it's going to make an attack on 3 of you. So Rydell, Cage, and Gaius is up there too.
You wanted to say witness really bad.
I know. Rydell, 19 to hit.
That'll do it.
Cage, natural 1.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
And Gaius, 26 to hit. Fuck. So, Cage, you're fine. Cage, you take 30 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, I'm sorry, you're fine. Gaius, you take 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck, man. 30? This isn't gonna be good.
Well,
And
that's
Rydell, you
fine.
take 24 points of bludgeoning damage. As the bell is just like frantically
That's a
swaying,
lot.
and then
That's
it's
a
going
lot of
to
things.
smash the ground. All of you feel the wood beneath your feet just splinter, and then that guttural feeling of falling.
You said 24, right?
Yeah.
You know my max is 42. Okay.
I have so far as a
Seems a
reaction.
little hard.
Jesus.
This thing's big.
I have so far as
Christ.
a reaction. So
Yeah.
whenever I fall damage, I reduce my strength back.
Let's
Oh.
end it there for the night. But we'll pick up, and I'll remember that you're still
You gonna end this? We're about to die?
No! It's only 9:30.
It's
No, that's
9:30.
not funny.
It's 9:30. Let's call it a night. Dan's not feeling well. I
No,
think I got a 6
fuck it.
tomorrow.
We're winning. Let's do it.
Oh, no, you're not anywhere near me. I can't do that.
You guys really want to keep going?
90-18. Let's go.
I say we call it for the night. We'll pick up next time. We'll have Shelly.
Got 30 points of damage.
Shelly will help. She's gonna be full
Shelly will
HP.
help with this thing too. And
It's totally fine. I'm just having a good time.
and I think I'm a 6 or 2 tomorrow. I might need one of you to check because I'm locked
You
out.
shouldn't have done
I
that.
could
You
try.
should just
Good
watch.
check.
So we'll call it there for the night.
Fuck, dude.
fuck, man?
You
Why you
really
doing?
should have rested.
30, yeah, no shit.
Hey, listen, you guys have been playing D&D for how many years now? I'm not fucking pulling any punches anymore.
No, there's no reason to rest. We didn't use anything.
I
I
got
used a
hit.
couple spells.
I could
Well,
have,
you
I
could've
could
healed up.
have, yeah, I could have healed
Well,
up.
you guys don't count.
Well, y'all decided to follow me. Not my problem.
Y'all.
It's okay. You're super pretty. We got it.
Am I though?
No, I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, 100%.
Somebody's gonna die.
Are we going to be changing the initiative order, or is it going to stay the same?
I have it written down. So, but yeah, we'll do a new initiative when we start the new round because we'll have Shelly too. So.
You are.
Yeah, you're 6.
Fuck.
You guys are both 6.
No, I'm swapped with MQ. I just forgot to accept it.
I was gonna say I got text in the queue real quick. Hey, you want to swap me?
Nah.
GG guys.
You guys want a day shift tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna work tomorrow.